To get your information. To the school, to my passion. School television. School. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the small, to the small, it's a great fight. Just to the small. You want to get a new object, my brother, to the small. You want to know what is happening in Morocco, to the small. Politicians want to make their decision just to the school. You want to know what happening in the ministry to the school. Yeah, to the school. Yeah, to the school. You confront them out, burn them to the school. Yeah, to the school. If you keep on breaking at my brother to the school. You got a small TV, you got a small radio to the school. Yeah, to the school. Well, yeah, Rastafari. Kribaba, 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 kribaba. What I want. Yes, I am. Yes, I Right in the south of the CEO standing with his bone. And your boy right in the south. Right in the south. Get your information. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to trust you just you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to trust you want to get a new object, my brother, to trust you want to know what is happening in Morocco, to trust politicians want to make their decision, just to trust you want to know what's happening in the ministry, to trust You confront them up, burn them to the bone. Yeah, to the school. If you get my president, my brother to the school. You got a small TV, you got a small radio to the school. Yeah, to the school. What? Yeah, Rastafari. What I want? This what you got to know. This what you got to know.
You always stand coming with the spoon, and your boy right in the scalping man. Charging it on the
Get your information. To be part of the discussion. School television. School gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. School gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. School gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to trust to trust who you ain't know. They take children crying for starvation just to trust who. You want to get a news update, my brother, to trust who. You want to know what is happening more than to trust who. Politicians want to make their decision just to trust who. You want to know what happening in the ministry to trust who. You want them, bury them to trust who. To school. If you keep get my virgin and brother to school, you got a school TV, you got a school radio to school. Get your information. To be part of the School gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. School gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. School gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to trust school, to school you ain't know. If the children are affection, just to trust school. You want to get a news update, my brother, to school. You want to know what is happening more than to school. Politicians want to make their decision just to school. You want to know what happening in the ministry to school. To school. To school. You want them, bury them to school. To school. If you get my virgin and to school, you got a school TV, you got a school radio to school. To school. Rastafari. Kilibamba. What I want? This what you got to do. This what you got to do. Yes, I try to make sure. Yes,
And your boy cried in the south.
Oh yes, I tell you, tune to Spoon 107.5 FM, tune to the Spoon Network, catch us up on Spoon TV Live, Fabric TV Live, Super TV, and on all of the associates, the different network in the Spoon, the different platforms in the Spoon Network. I want to say welcome to you, wherever you join in from this God bless day. Welcome to your favorite program, Spoon Talk. The show is here live on all the different radio stations in the Spoon Network. And of course, we're coming to you on YouTube at Spoon Talk Live. So if you're in Liberia, you're out of Liberia, this is where you get to receive authentic information about Liberia. You get to hear from the newspapers, and of course, all the latest information. I'd like to say welcome to the program. Tonight promises to be a great one. So just call someone, invite a friend, share the link with someone, and let's have a great show today. My name is Nelson Colette. Of course, James Ude Promo has joined us. He's in the back end here. Let me see. Let me try to work on James. Okay, hello James.
Yeah, how are you, Nelson? You getting me?
Very loud and clear.
All right, I'm okay. God morning me. What about you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm trying to try. Yeah,
You trying to
I'm trying
try?
to
What's
try.
happening?
I've been down a couple of, let's say, like 2 days, a fever and a lot more. But yeah, I'm trying to try. It's good.
Maybe at a Christmas food you ate too
No,
much.
no, can't be Christmas food. Can't be Christmas food. Um, most times the climate change. In Liberia, we say when the real Yanni Pepe breeze start blowing, you can
By the
see some
time you
people
can see it from all
lips
here.
start to split, and so it affects people in different ways. So
Okay.
maybe I'm just getting my own share of it, but I'm glad to be here actually, and it's great that we're back. Just a
Okay.
couple of days we started
So,
to.
what's the trending issues from back home? Honorable Kevin, welcome.
How are you, my brother?
We God morning us.
Well, money, me too. But say I'm under the weather.
You see that?
We already know we know Chief. Uh, we know the weather.
Yeah, cold like
You
hell.
celebrate that in a very grand style. You know the president just left the US. Your best friend.
Yeah, yes, man.
And ANC people now they don't want to allow you to rest. That's another thing. You're talking every day. Even off the show, Kev will call me for us to talk differently. He will bring ANC issue up. G ANC Gomis will not get 7. He will not get 6. I'm like, Kev, you got to speak to me. You now on Spoon Talk. Yeah. I'm like, Kev, call the CEO. That your best friend there. Y'all talk about your Spoon Talk. And you call to speak to me. I'm okay. And he
Yeah,
even tried to bet with me. He said, I will bet you Kumis can get 7% they come in election.
if, if,
Wow.
if, if, You know, the last time the man was DJ Blue, but now the man like zero. Fabricate zero. Fabricate a man zero.
Kevin, you're not correct. Good evening, Silo.
Zero.
How you doing, James?
The man is zero.
Yeah, more money us. Only Kev, you need to talk to Kev. Kev, when Kev call me for him to speak, he can just call me. James, you choke me to get 7% of coming election. I'm like, what?
The man wants to rado. He's getting zero. Zero. Fabricate zero.
Well, but listen, so let's welcome our folks. We want to say it again. How my voice? I'm sounding better, right?
Yeah, at least
Yeah,
gradually.
it's better. Yeah, I'm eating some Ricola. But I mean, say what you want to say though. I do believe, Kev,
Mhm.
this election will be this election will be something.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, James, I know you'll be back in the country for the election by God's grace.
Yeah.
But I can tell you though, you and Nelson, if ANC continue on this track, I think they will get less than 7%. Yeah. If they continue on this track, they will get less than 7. I'm talking about ANC, the CPP that I have for Musa ability, and they can go and say what they want to say. We have reached a place in this discussion now to be very frank and tell people the truth. You understand when the people, Liberian people, were in situation. We went after CDC. President George Manneh, we have removed Wilmer Smith.
Yeah.
At least he did something. But you know what is concerning today? They said, "I your business, not your money." The $70,000. Mr. Cummings failed to speak on the $70,000. Louis Brown, when he's muted now. There's somebody said today they expected Mr. Cummings to bring in Tony Blair wives, international investigators,
Oh,
forensic investigators
oh.
for the 70,000.
But how much you will pay her?
No, who cares that? Because the Liberian National Police is not equipped to investigate the 70,000. So he should go back for the forensic investigators to come and investigate. Who took the money? The money. This is concerning that Mr. Cummings continue to cover up when it is about him and his organization. This is concerning. Folks can get mad. It's okay, they can get mad. But when people reaching out and saying these things, it's like, where are we? And I like to talk to Liberians though, because except Mr. Cummings make those changes necessary, turn things around, then at least the Liberian people will pay attention to him. But as it is right now, Nelson Collette. And I want you guys to go find a county, just go to any county this week. Nelson, put a crew together, go any county and just ask people. Do it weekly. Do not announce the county you go into. You and Aaron Kuban and the rest of them. Just pick a county. Ask the manager to provide the transportation, get all your equipment, and go ask people, if election is today as it remains, who will you be voting for? I'm not saying President Weah is on course of winning the election. I'm not saying Joseph Yuma Barka going to win 100%. But what I'm saying, if Mr. Cummings' current position, if he remain within that position, he's going to receive less than 7%.
What?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I dare serious.
All the money coming spending everywhere. I don't believe it.
If Mr. Cummings remain in the position he in today, James, with 10 months to go to the election, Mr. Cummings will get less than 7%. The folks around Mr. Cummings, they are, have you heard they say, James is your friend, you need no enemies? Have you heard that?
Yeah, I heard about that. They have another one that the Americans will always say that in diplomacy, while they are shaking your hand with their right hand, they have stone in the left hand. That what happened in the Kumis?
What I'm saying to you, and waiting for the guys to come on the show. We're gonna have a wonderful program today. Let's welcome everybody. Some people will be happy, some people will get mad at us. It's okay. I'm not insulting. I'm not insulting anybody. I'm just being very factual. If you want to come on the show, we can send a link. You can join us and make your case. It's up to you. But I want to say it on a very, very serious note, though. If Mr. Cummings, if he doesn't change his surrounding and adapt, when we talk about adaptation, you will understand that Mr. Cummings will have
normal adaptation at 6 months. So it takes 6 months from 10 months. How many months with me?
So you go ahead and I listen. Jefferson Doe is okay. Alvin Glay is okay. You guys can come on the show and make your case. I am not beating on you. You can make your point. Once you are not insulting, it's fine. Let's talk about Liberia. Let's just be very, very civil in our conversation. But I'm telling you, you have folks around Mr. Cummings that destroy Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings himself, to me, James, Mr. Cummings says he's a good guy. He's a cool dude.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
I mean, Kevin disagree with me, though. Yeah. But to me, Mr. Cummings, he's a good dude. He got something. I disagree on, people say he's introvert. But I
have a future.
I think he can get out of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
And reach out. That he can do. So I think he's cool. But you get a lot of hustlers around Mr. Cummings. Male, females, a lot of them, they're hustlers. Don't you know some of these guys that we know, they still talking to CDC? You want me to call their names? Some of the guys that are very close to Mr. Cummings, they still talking to CDC.
But they were part of CDC before, so they still get friends.
But it's not about friendship. It's about you have to be loyal to the organization and to the individual, James.
Mm-hmm.
In the day, they gotta go to ANC headquarters. In the night, they're talking to CDC. They're reaching out to the folks. They having plan B. You want us to say it? You open your eyes. But Kev, it's gonna be a wonderful show today. The guys there, Mr. Cummings, hey, what you doing, man? Stop moving your spoon. Sorry. Mr. Cummings is in a very, very dangerous zone because the folks around him nursing, they are not loyal to him. They're loyal to his pocket. They just want to get what they want to get. And everything else you see will be Calais. Right? They say Calais in Liberia nursing. What I mean, Calais. What Calais means?
They fool you. They gave you away.
They pretend to be for you, but in the real world, they are not for you. They give you Calais.
So the election will be decided by the people of Liberia, Liberians themselves.
Yeah.
They will wake up on the 10th of October. They're going to go to the ballot boxes and vote. Liberians, senators, representative, president, vice president. They will go vote. This time around, Liberia people will make the right decision. They will. You were asking a question before I bring in Kev, that the Peabody is running late, he's leaving work, Fagon is getting ready, Tumading is getting ready. But you were asking a question. Our sister, Dr. Richardson, will be off for a week because I believe she's attending the family. She will be off for a week. Kev, somebody getting a feedback.
Yes, sir.
Kev,
Yes, sir.
maybe I may be, I'm kind of different, but correct me. I think we'll go to our conversation about what is happening in the country now, all through the newspaper things. things that are happening. But the Zoom, let's talk about comments. Man married are out there hearing us. Pape Flomo, that's out there hearing us right now, that listen to his radio. Let's talk our colloquial. Let's talk for our people to understand. Let's just talk to them.
Mhm.
Why comments is not getting that traction? Since 2015.
Are you coming up?
Oh yeah, brother, come in. Let me rest my voice.
Let me say this. If you are not coming through an established political party, you need to establish yourself. And how to establish yourself to the people, you need to come down to the people. Calm down. Let me give you in the case of everybody saying Barack. Barack Obama left his high job pay office. Good job. Left. He went down to Chicago and become community organizer. Work with the Zogos in America. Come down, work with the inner city youth. People that we call Zogo. In America, yes, they do have them. He worked with them. Come, help them. The people knew him around. He became a state senator. They voted him. He worked his way up and then came into the Democrats, and he became a keynote speaker at the convention. When he spoke, the American people saw something. And guess what they tried to do? They tried to Google him to know who Barack is. They say, oh, this man, community organizer. Oh, he's a down-to-earth man. He's one of us. And let me tell you this. Voters love to see you as one of them. There's a communist came to Liberia. They say, run. He said, no, to be a senator, that's not my class. In other words, he's saying, I cannot represent the people. No. Because if you are a senator, one of your functions is representation. He said, no, you're too small for him. The people mark it down. He's acting like the big shot, like the guy who up there. They say, oh, okay. But then if you don't want this, then can't be vice president. He said, who, me? Who, me? I'm better than everybody. Then the voter realized and said, you're not one of us. You're not. Because if you are part of them, you will come down to the people. You will come down to the people. And then he claimed to be this guy who did well, worked for Coca-Cola. And let me tell you this. The ANC people love to say he worked for Coca-Cola, he worked. The voters don't give a damn. He worked for Coca-Cola. And when I say voters, I mean the entire world. Voters don't care. Because otherwise, Barack could have stayed to his high-placed job up there.
So,
you know why he came down? You know why he came down? Because he wanted to tell the people, I'm you. I'm your child. I'm you. I'm the guy who live in the ghetto.
So let understand something, Kev. I mean, you making your points, right? James, we're getting this feedback. Is this from you, James?
I'm coming.
Yeah. Work on it. So let's listen to this. Kev, Mr. Cummings worked and Mr. Cummings work. We give it to him. Some people left Liberia, they were sweeper. Thank God for him. He was executive. But why can't you transform that into real politics in Liberia? Why can't you? Why is it so difficult? Why is it so hard?
But still, I don't know why you're asking this question, because that's exactly what I'm telling you. He cannot transform it because he don't act like it. Let me say this to you, still. Over 2 years now running on Stone, that we have a show that we started this thing for, to help the people. God can bless anybody. People will call if they'll get a $10, they'll get it, the $5, they'll get a $20. It means so much to the people. It means so much to the people. But Mr. Cummings showed that I got to be president before I help you. If I'm not president, you're not getting nothing. Matter of fact, the ANC people are bragging on their station, all the local Facebook team, and saying, this Christmas we're not sending a dime to the Liberian people. Let them suffer, because the polling showed that behind the past suffering rally, they did not turn out. These are the message from Mr. Cummings. Let the people suffer. Then they will come crawling and begging. And that's the message of the slave master. They will come begging. And let me tell you.
So hold on. Let me hold you right there, Joe. Let me hold you 1 minute. So the whole Christmas, what was done by the Cummings Foundation? What did he do?
But that's what I'm going to use. Zero.
What was done by the Cummings, ANC, and CPP? What did it do?
Nothing. They want the people to suffer, and the people who crawl to beg Mr. Cummings. They want the people to come begging. They're saying it on the very platform. We listen to it. We're not sending a dime. Let the people suffer. Matter of fact, in North Carolina, the convention that they had sometime last year, Mayor Collins said that people, they should start to send Western Union to people. Let them suffer. And the reason, and let me tell you, one of the reasons that this sanction on Minister McGill, because of this help and school fee and this helping the people, when you knock him down, the people will suffer. They want the pain, because sanction was one of the tools they used back in the days that the people will suffer and the people will uprise against the government. That's what they're doing. Get Mr. McGill out, let the people suffer. The idea of the ANC, the idea of Mr. Cummings, and I've been serious, I'm not playing politics for this, because Mr. Cummings is no match to the CDC. So it's not about politics. It's about who the mayor is. They will let the people suffer. And when the people suffer, then they will crawl to him. And that's why the whole Christmas, you're not seeing coming out, you're not seeing no goodwill. Jetty is doing your goodwill. You're not seeing no goodwill. You're not seeing nothing. How can a man who claim that I'm a money man, you cannot even give a dime to the poor people? Some of us, yeah, we try our little best. Our little 1 or 2 dime, we'll still send it down. People sending it. You'll see, you don't want to no political party, but some of us know what you're doing in Liberia. We know. You do every Sunday. Every Sunday. People are getting the $10, they're getting the $5, the $20. People are getting it.
So this issue, but so this.
Hey, you want to be president?
So let me bring in. Let me recognize. Let me recognize Blendy. I think she asking your question, Kev. That Jetty is supposed to do it.
You see, this is a funny thing. Jetty is telling you Liberia has been good to him, so he good to. Let me tell you something, Theo. Look around shopping centers in America. Look on Facebook. You see people who say they get money. They go around giving people. They even playing game. If you look, there's a game they will put a cup. They will put money under the cup. They will call you. lift this cup. When you take this cup, you will see money. They're even making it as a fun thing for people. They're giving it. Everybody's seeing that on Facebook. They're doing that in shopping center, going around and helping people. I'm talking about a born American, naturalized American, people doing it everywhere. So what Jetty is doing, because Liberia has been good to him, he's good to Liberians. But they will sit down and criticize
But
Jetty.
the question is why should Jetty be doing it, not the government? So we will come to that because I think that's the question already alluded to.
Let's stick with this. In America here, the goodwill that you see around that government, that government, can I put a video and see right at the mall, walking distance from my house, people standing online, they're feeding them. I was passing, going to Macy's. When I saw it, I came down and I videoed it myself. And I went there, I saw people. I have it. We can play it right now. Not the government. That ordinary people who believe.
So let's just agree on something, Kev. Let's understand this. Hold on.
Don't ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Hold on, Kev. So let's say this. Let's agree that Jetty doing it, right? Let's just agree that, some good Liberians out there giving back. But again, Kev, where was Mr. Cummings? Where were JMB? Those people that want to take power, that want to say, you know what, President Weah is a bad president, we want to come in. What did it do during the Christmas season?
Zero.
Just a message.
Just a picture of the pajamas.
Just a message.
Picture.
I want Liberians to listen to me now. This is not about you going to get vexed. Don't get vexed. Come on the show and make your case. It's the weather is nice. We stay on the hat of the break. James, Christmas Day, if that election season, people will go out and people are running, they will give out things here and there. Am I missing something? With the exception of the Christmas message, what was given to Liberians from those political parties? What did they give them? Come on, James. Come on, say something.
Maybe they did it behind closed door, but I did not see any major political leader in Liberia distribute it. Maybe they did it behind closed door.
I really want us to be very, very, straight up. No joke. We're not picking on anyone, James. I just want us to be straight up, clear. We'll open the phone line pretty soon. Let's talk to the people. During this Christmas holiday, what did you receive? What was given to you? Because it is important. You want to sit and wait for the people to come and vote for you. But what are you doing for them? What have you done for them? You get all the knowledge. You get all the money. You get all the wisdom. You can only take care of the people when you become president. Maybe James, it's a confusing topic, but why you will only take care of your brother, your next door neighbor, only when you're president?
Maybe the saving.
In your Mercedes Benz, you close your gate, you drive off. Election time, you go knock the man door and say, vote for me.
I saw Unity Party political leader with a beautiful Christmas suit, but I did not see him extending hands to his neighbors.
Pajamas and suit.
Yeah, but we gotta ask the people. Let's be fair now. As a Liberian, let's be fair. Our people are suffering. We know that. It's not easy in the country. Those people are listening to all right now. If we open the phone line, somebody wants $10, and maybe I will try to find something today and be different today on the show. and I would bless people. Seriously. Somebody want $10. I mean, just to eat. Somebody Christmas was so bad. But those political leaders that say they get money, some of them, what have they done? What was done? Did they help them? Or did you just drive past them? It's ANC, UP, and all the other political parties. Then we come to CDC. Nelson, which community you live in, Nelson?
Well, I live in Congo Town.
Congo Town.
Yeah.
Any one of the political party brought gifts for the children?
No, I didn't take notice of that. I can't record anything of such. Yeah.
They want us to say yes. We will go stay online and vote for you. Any one of them brought gift? No. Any one of them stretch their hands and say, we gave you $5, $10 to go eat? You're not buying vote. You try to be that for the Trumpets you are. You try to be, you're a humanitarian. You try to help because it's the right thing to do. Look at all the money they spend for retired suffering. Then Christmas comes, the people suffer even more. Then $70,000 walk. Come on, man. Liberians are not stupid. Let's be frank. Liberians are not stupid, though. You can carry your convoys, you can carry your loan cars, you can go ahead and they bring people in. You give them $5 to come and say, hey. But you are not meeting the needs of the Liberian people. It's just all about me, myself, and I. It's all about I must be president. I got to be president before I help. If President Weah is bad and you want to get him off, do something that is good, then the people see it. Right, James? What's the alternative?
Yeah.
Let's talk about our conversation yesterday. We asked the question, how many hospitals UP built 12 years? Only one hospital, but it must well say 150. 150 hospitals. We opened the phone line and everybody said that's a joke. Only Jackson F. Doe Hospital. But Amos Twett, the Secretary General of UP, said 150. Then he said JFK. Yeah. UP built JFK. Did UP build JFK? Then he said ELW Hospital. No. They didn't build ELW Hospital. We have siblings that were born. They are 65 years old today. UP just been in power of 12 years.
I hope they did not include Zaza Hospital, current military hospital.
We have to talk about these things. We have to talk about these things. We have to. You know, my own, they can go. Okay, our brother coming on with feedback. Maybe he will say this. But people should understand. We shouldn't be fooled. I would not sit here in Liberian be fooled. I would say it. If that CDC government, I would beat them, like I have done so many times. If the UP would say it, ANC, we will. How can you say, Kev Hassan, that ELW hospital that we know, you say UP building? Kev come in, and when Timothy ready, we'll bring him in. You know, it's something that we have to educate our folks by.
Well, for far too long, people sending different messages, giving false information. But it's about time that we we talk about those things. I said yesterday on the show, people will come and tell you, so we are playing football in the morning, Saturday morning. I think we should come and talk about the achievement of this government. And when I presented to the chairman of Liberia and the most, formidable political party to the CDC, the chairman, he came out and said, EAWA. So he called for reinforcement. And reinforcement is the Secretary General, not any other somebody. The two top, they could not defend the record of the Unity Party under JMB. Then people say JMB is better, they should give him time. But JMB had 40 plus years in government. You gave him EAWA? You gave him EAWA? Sometimes we should think about the Liberian people now. We should think about our young people, not to make them grow up with a certain, because some young boy who believe in the Unity Party, CEO, who think that Joseph Yuma Boka built Unity Party.
Somebody try to look for light, but no, he's not home. He moving in the light, but he stay in the darkness.
And he carry the clock.
And he carry the clock in his trunk. So somebody can you hear us?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, but where are you? Where are you at tonight?
Well, who man? What are all talking about? I'm moving my clock.
Well, the lads, Georgie, you in darkness though.
I know my daughter not yet. They didn't know how to do this thing yet. No, that would be
Put it in front of you. In front of you. I told you this. In front of you, not the side. In front of you. Go off the camera.
Lead the man. The man on Lelo.
Go up.
Yeah, lead the man. The man know what he's doing. He on Lelo. Leave him alone.
You see, it's about.
Kefingo, let me say something. I will not sit here, right? And people play that game with Liberia. I can take. They can say what they want to say, but I should say this. Yes, sir. Okay, I'll be there. All right, thank you. I will say this to you, Kev. It is important for every Liberian to know. We are not saying it's a responsibility to feed the children in Liberia, but at least that empathy. When you sit in your mansion and you're eating your good food, have you thought about our brothers and sisters they call Zogos? Have you thought about that little girl that have no gift? Have you thought about that little boy that going to bed hungry? Let's face it, man. This is the kind of Liberia we want to see. I know the devil. I know who the devil is. But you say you're an angel. Make me to know that you're an angel. Our people are suffering. The government cannot do it all. You are coming as a change agent. What's the change? So when I sit and think about Liberia, I said, again, political leaders are failing our people again. Again, people in authority care less about Liberians, and they pretend to be the just one. It's wrong. It is totally wrong.
Yeah.
Let's bring in some Tumble and George. Georgie, welcome to the Spoon Talk.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone, and wherever you are, good evening. Yes, I've been following the discussions, and You know, one thing I would say, I remember back in the day when we were actively uh, making a case for the at the time, the same questions being asked were asked by people. Well, what job, what you guys doing to holiday and so forth? Because we made a case that it's not a politician, it's not because somebody want to be president, the job to give handouts to people. At the time we say, look, George, we want to make it impossible for people to be beggars. So we want to people homes to go and beg. We want to empower the people, provide safety net people to get relief instead of some social services, instead of handouts. So I know that Cummings and other people, I know that from what I saw, what I gathered, also they're surrogates and some of the partisans and officials did relief supplies to the orphanages and then the vulnerable society during the Christmas holiday. They did it. But I don't think people want to start showing it publicly to people know that it's all about elections. That's why people are doing all of these things, and so forth. But I don't think we should measure our politicians based, because if that's the case, all fingers are not equal. And that means a poor person can be president of Liberia, because if you don't have we have an agenda and a vision for the country, but you can do better, you should be able to, based on your vision for the country, should be what Liberian people should elect you for, but not what you can give. Because if that's the case, then that means uh, many people running for president will not run, because they will say, "Well, I cannot afford to give people handouts," And I think the goal should be, low. Let's take our people from going to the people's homes in the morning or on holidays, be beggars and so forth. Because I think should be able to empower them, come with policies that will be services for them to empower them also, so to make them better. And also in terms of the elections that are coming about, and I hope and pray that one time to grade this government for the hand of the country for this year. With each of the ministers, from the president, the vice president, the speaker, the deputy speaker, the pro tem, should all be graded, and the records should run on the records, and not about these handouts. The record will be on the line, and the opposition should go out there too and make their case, hold them for the records, hold them accountable. Still based on your record, we want to go on the record that you ran on, that you led. So we look at this debate coming up, and I just pray and hope we can just stop our people from being beggars. It's just not fair to them. We see people fence in the morning, them, and the people like Kev always say this. They know that election coming, so the people can't get their rest, pretending like they're sharing food and doing all this stuff. So that all about the election, and at the end of the day, 287 days from now, people will make their case to Liberian people. They'll make their case. They say, well, if you vote for us, we'll not make you go in front of our fans, our residents will be begging for support. So look forward to see those debates happening in the coming years. So I just pray and that we can really, because the election is very, very serious election are coming. It's about the future of our people, our country, and the case should be made whether the president we have to get another 6 years, or
So
whether Tiawan Gongwe,
we come in there.
Cummings, or Boyka.
So tomorrow, let me ask you a question. This Christmas,
Yeah.
because you told me, I won't ask you how much you send back home. We got to kill you. Family, friends, loved ones, ex, they kill you. All we are saying, St. Thomas and George, not about making the Liberian people to be a beggar. It's about reaching out on a beautiful Christmas holiday. Those that don't have, reaching out to them. You as a politician, the only time you will help Liberians is when you're in power. What about the Liberian that is in you? I'm not saying do it for vote.
Okay.
I'm not saying reach out there and say, oh, yeah, that's me. I want your vote. Let me get you 10 back arrests. No. On the holiday, man, people are going to bed hungry, Georgie. Don't you think it would be prudent enough to reach out and help your fellow Liberian? You
Oh,
did
yeah.
it for me.
Like,
You did
no,
it, Georgie. You did.
I agree. I agree. Like I said yesterday, I know one of my friend, Rufus Berry, he lives in Marshall. I saw the people in his neighborhood, he blessed them.
Beautiful.
Ambassador Adi
Beautiful.
Jones, I saw, yeah, they bless people. But yeah, the thing though,
Beautiful.
as a politician, you gotta be careful now because if the people's you go bring camera and people see you doing it, they'll say, hey, because you want to be president, now why you doing it for? Now why you doing it for? Say you
But
want to
so
show it.
Tomane, you
So,
have a
and
charity
I
group,
believe,
right? And they have a
yeah.
charity group. Why can't they use the charity?
Yeah, but how sure are we on this platform that Joseph Boyka or Cummings or Taiwan never use other means to people hearts during the Christmas? Not because they didn't put camera on it. We can never tell. Maybe they bless people. And from what I was told that
Well, everything will be
I
on
think
while you were too injured.
but maybe they don't want to you see because if they can't show it, they'll say, hey, easy. They won't show us that they won't be president already.
Tomane, that's the issue, right?
So let me ask a question. Let me ask a question, right? Okay, usually, right, from time immemorial in our country, usually the first lady of our country, they would have that Christmas party for the children. Everybody will come forward. But this year, our first lady was nowhere to be found. I mean, we see that Christmas party. I saw Nancy
That's a good conversation. Can we
she did it.
Mm-hmm.
Joel Howard Taylor did it. Was your first lady. I saw. I mean, so far the people I know that the first ladies that are known recent time, they all did it during their tenure in office, though.
True. So we will bring that conversation and ask Kev why the first lady didn't do it. Fair question. Beautiful question, Sitoman and George. Why the first lady didn't do it? But let's leave this to rest because the Dr. Peabody is on the show. Well, welcome, Mr. Body. How you doing today?
Thank you, CEO. Good to see everybody.
I'm getting my voice back.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. But again, I would say this. You asked a fair question concerning First Lady Claire Weir. I think it's a unique one. Where was the First Lady? What was that birthday, that Christmas party when all the young babies, young girls, young men coming out to go do their buka dance? We didn't see it. So let's pivot a little bit. Let's ask Kev the question. Kev, was there anything done by the First Lady or the First Lady office?
You know, when people ask you this question, I thought they are the alternative. I thought they're saying, oh, you can't do it. I thought that's what they're running for. I thought they're running to say the government first they ain't do it, who will do it? I thought they are the alternative. How can the alternative actually again? The question is, if you are the alternative, show yourself. Show yourself. That's why you're the alternative.
But Kev, let me repeat my question. Please, I want you to answer my question. Was there any Christmas party done by the First Lady?
That's the answer I'm giving you. The answer I'm giving you, I'm telling you. Let me say this to you. You ask him, you ask me, say, hey, Kev, you made party to your house. So you try to be the guy. So I'm a party to my house. Okay, I'm bad. You good. You show what you can do.
So you didn't answer the question. Was there a Christmas party? No, Kat, stop. No, Kat. You see, we went after Mr. Cummings. We went after Boyka. You got to answer this question. Was there any Christmas party done by the office of the First Lady?
I'm answering you again. I want you to listen clearly. You say you want to be president. They say they want to be president because the government are good. Okay, you show yourself. Don't ask me again. You already concluded.
Yeah,
Are you
so
asking me?
so let me recap. So
There was something they had. They used to say that. Yeah,
Tumani,
yeah,
I'm coming to
yeah.
you. I beg you before I get
You
it back
already
on.
concluded. So tell me
Kev,
what you
that's
can do.
okay. So Tumani George, Kev is
Yeah.
not answering the question, right? My
I
question
answered
to
it.
Tumani,
I answered it.
wait. So Tumani, Kev is not answering the question.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed it because I was sick during Christmas Day. Was there any party set up? Was there any party? But from the office of the First Lady, you're right. They said though used to do it. Joy Howard did it. Vice President. Usually the wives or the
The first
president wife
lady
they
did
would
it.
do it. The
The
First
first
Lady.
lady, she did.
Excuse me, Kev. We coming to Central Money now. Georgie, did I miss something? Was there anything done by the First Lady? Her
They
office?
used to have what they call the national annual Christmas party for the children. The first ladies used to have that party on the grounds of the executive mansion, where they would give goodies bags and gifts to the kids and so forth. So mostly the poor kids in our society, they will bring them forward, have that national annual Christmas party. The first they will be giving goodies bags and have a party for them, and that will happen. And then number two, we also know that this first lady is in our national budget. So I mean, so that's why it becomes a discussion when it comes to that. That your party should be given and so forth. But if you are seeking, it's not about who won't be an alternative. No, you are the ruling party. Forget about the alternative. You all got to focus on the way forward. That we do it better. We do it. What are people? The people want your job. So don't. You should be like, no, we will do better than them. We'll make sure that we observe the children this Christmas holiday with gifts and so forth. Forget about the alternative. Focus on you are in charge now. It's not about them.
Truly, are you
No,
serious?
Kev, give the man chance, please.
Yeah, because
We
I'm
haven't
sure
met him. We
because
enjoy ourselves.
this is why we saw during the years of Samuel Doe, of Charles Taylor, and also recently we saw President Madam Cloud. I think she did it 1 or 2 times. I'll be fair to her
But I'm
on the
asking you
Technology
a
Unit.
question. I'm asking you a question,
This year,
Georgie.
yeah,
So, George, did you see anything? Was there anything
no,
done?
no, no, no,
That's a
nothing. I saw.
Peabody.
The only thing I saw
That's
was the thing I was close to it. The thing I was close to it. That was, I saw people got killed when I was close to almost giving people get what the Zogos involving the Zogos. I was close to at least I heard that the bottle gave them some goodies when that incident happened. The close thing I ever saw this year.
so Dr. Peabody, very good question. Christmas came, gone. We're talking about 2023, right? Nothing from opposition, but we're talking about that issue. Very important. The First Lady, was there any Christmas party? Her office, did it do anything?
Well, I was hoping. I think the opposition hosting Christmas party is just a goodwill from them. It's relative. If they want to do it, they don't want to do it. I think that for the first lady office, it should be something that was more than mandatory for her to do. I expected to see the children at the newly Invincible 11 Park. That kids will surround that area and wait around for food and goodies bags and stuff from there from the government. We did not see anything like that. There was nothing like that. We did not hear anything of that. In fact, the last time when the president hosted the national Christmas lighting and stuff, he said that the first lady could not be here. She was out. But I expected, even if the first lady was not here, some of the staff from her office should have hosted that party at the Inventable 11 Park and all the children come together. With the opposition, it's optional. They don't have to do it. It's not their responsibility to actually do it. They can do it out of goodwill, but they don't have to do it. It's not their responsibility to do it. But for the government, yes, they should do it. They should have done it. Like I saw a lot of Liberians were feeding people up there yesterday. But the weather Blair was in Liberia. She hosted a party for the kids. Another group, but there are a lot of Liberians were doing good work. But the national Christmas party for the children should have been hosted by the government. And
Yeah,
we
it's
didn't.
very important. It's very important, Kev. Let's be serious for once, though. Was there anything, Kev?
So we'll sit on the show and Dr. Peabody is saying that our constitution says it's mandatory for for them to have a Christmas party.
Forget my wife, Dr. Peabody said the Constitution. I'm
No, we'll have
asking
to
you,
straighten that.
was there anything?
No, we'll have to
Was there
straighten
anything done? No,
Yeah.
Kev, stop
Did I,
it.
did I quote that? Did I quote
Yeah.
the Constitution yet, Kev? I did
You
not
say
quote
it's mandatory.
Dr. Peabody,
You know,
You
Dr.
say it's
Peabody,
mandatory.
Dr. Peabody, don't fall for him. He will answer the question. Was there any Christmas party, Kev?
CEO,
Yes, sir.
let me answer you clearly. Maybe you're not getting it.
Emphatically clear,
Yes.
like
let me answer you.
Akaris Gray was saying.
This government always take care of the people, always take care of the children, even through the youth league. Through the youth league, this year they help our people. So it's nothing strange with this government. But for like me, I would not fall for that thing to say the government should not watch what the opposition doing, the government should do it. No, that message is supposed to be for the opposition. They want to unseat this government. They are saying the government not working. They are saying the government not taking care of the people. They should show their goodwill. On the other side, that's not the way it is in every country. Most countries, the opposition will prove to the people, when I get there, these are things that I can do. How will the government will prove to the opposition? The government get nothing to prove to the opposition. Nothing. The government gets something to prove to the people. The opposition, the government can go up and come down and do the best. They will stay and criticize. That's what they're there for. So the opposition is supposed to.
Kev, you're not being fair, Kev.
If
Kev,
you
you're not
say
being fair.
you can do better,
The question is,
let me
this
ask
year,
you, if you say
no. Hold on, Kev. 2022, Christmas, December 25th. What was done by this government for the children?
oh, yeah, this government through the youth league, yes, the stuff was done.
What did the youth league? What did they do?
There was a Christmas celebration through the youth league. So
Youth league had Christmas.
they're not through the youth league.
Youth league had Christmas celebration, Kev.
Yes.
All right.
Through the party youth league,
Through the party youth league, but not through the first lady office.
No, not through the first lady office.
So the first lady office didn't do anything for the children of Liberia.
Listen, CEO.
Yeah, please, I'm listening.
Listen, I hope you don't cut me off, man.
No, but be short now. We don't have the whole day with you.
I cannot answer.
Then let's move on because we don't have the whole day with you.
Let move on.
Because
I keep saying no, I'm not playing.
we don't have the whole day with you.
If I want to explain,
It's not too much explanation. I'm asking you the office of the first lady. What did the office of the first lady do for the children of Liberia? Simple question.
So let me speak now. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Like the other guys who speak.
You got 2 minutes. We'll give you 2 minutes.
But man, you're not timing nobody here.
I'm telling you now. You got 2 minutes.
Okay. Let me say this to you. If the office of the first lady and the Tomlin and the opposition black saying that what they are
People talking with opposition.
what they're doing, we asking what the guys are doing. Don't tell me you're not doing this, you're not doing that. So
our opposition, the one leading Liberia.
You see, the problem is.
You got it. What you see, you see.
You read
He gets
it. Shit.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
Listen, guys.
Go ahead.
Listen, guys.
I think we'll have to be serious here. There's no such thing as
but
no,
we're serious, Kev.
no. We're not serious because you want me to tell you yes, this and blah blah blah. No,
Kev, the
no.
only question I asked for the Christmas,
Yeah,
what
but
did the office of the first lady, what did it do? What was done? What was done from that office of the first lady? That's all my question. Was there any Christmas party? Did they give back to the children? Can you just tell us? Can you answer us, Kev?
see you. You ask me a question that require a complete explanation. Not come and tell you yes or no, this and no. There's many ways the first lady.
So we'll wait and you answer. So let me be quiet now and you answer. What was done by the first lady and her office for Christmas for the children
Keep
of
asking the
Liberia?
same question. I keep
I
wanting
pause
to
that.
explain.
All
but
right,
you keep-
I pause. Let me mute myself.
I told you that many ways the first lady through her office can conduct Christmas party for children. They can go through organization, go through a youth league, go through different places. I just name you one through the youth league. Remember, the first lady was not in the country and came back in the country a few days to Christmas. And Dr. Peabody said it, like the president said, the first lady was not around for the lightning of the tree. So at that moment, the office of the first lady will have to go through different organizations for our people. You will not see it because the first lady is not around. So as simple as ABC. So why are we waiting? So there's many ways.
So let's move on.
So I try to name the areas. I try to name the areas that the first lady office they use.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet, Kev. Kev, we're not there yet. I want to be bringing in. I think I will bring in one Jonathan Dodeke. This guy always gave me a hard time. He want to come on Spoon. He's from ANC. He will help with the discos. So you know what? Today I will send him the link. He can make the ANC case today. But let me say this, Dr. Peabody, Sintumani George. Let me say this. It is important for us to understand. Listen to what Kev just said. Christmas, the last month in the year, the second to the last week. And Kev telling us there was nothing done because the first lady was in the office, in the country. The mother of the nation.
That's what I said to you.
No, I beg you, Kev, you finish. Let me talk.
No, that's what I said to you.
Kev. You know, when I was a little boy, Kev, my mom used to pepper me.
Let me ask you this.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
I want to ask you.
Yeah, I'm muting you because I want to speak. Please don't
That's
interrupt
what I want to ask you.
Yeah, please don't
I
interrupt
will
me.
always,
Yeah, please don't interrupt me.
I will always be muted.
Because you the only person on the show that loves to
I will
interrupt.
always be muted. No, seriously, man.
You want to change? You want to change the conversation?
Somebody will always be muted.
Somebody never change the conversation. But let me stick. I will stick to the conversation.
All right.
You will call me later. You will call me later on with
You
discussion.
know, Kev had a lot of fans. Kev will be on the.
No,
Kev, they won't have.
Kev, let proceed. Tomorrow, Josh, let's say this. Kev is saying, right, and I hope I can be protected that to Peabody, that the first lady was absent. She wasn't in the country. Therefore, the children of Liberia went to bed hungry. They couldn't have the Christmas gift. They couldn't have the Christmas party because the first lady was in our country. This thing is one whole year, though. Am I correct? You plan this thing. It's part of your planning for the yearly planning. It's a yearly event.
Even if she's not physically present,
Yeah,
office still operating, office
the
still doing.
office.
So somebody should have either her chief of staff or somebody would have
So,
been the one
so
to say,
the
well, we're
children.
still
Hmm?
performing on behalf of the
And
president.
listen, because we can beat on everybody. The children of Liberia, most of them went to bed hungry because Kev said the first lady was in the country. Most of them never had a Christmas gift and Christmas party because Kev said the first lady was in the country. When we say this thing, yeah, we can beat on opposition. But Kev, my opinion, I think the first lady office was in error. I think there was let me finish. Let me land, Kev. Let me land. Kev, let me finish. Kev, let me finish. But if somebody mute you again, then you get vexed. You can get
Yeah,
somebody
but
to head.
Osio,
When you talk,
you never allow
you
me
wait.
to finish. You never allow me to finish.
Kev, the last message you read, just hold it. Yeah, we'll come back to you.
Nobody bringing messages here, man.
Yeah, but hold on now. Dr. Peabody, the last message you read, just hold it. We'll come back to you. Dr. Peabody, I'm disappointed. I'm going to bring in Jonathan. He will help us have this conversation. But I'm disappointed, Dr. Peabody. You know why? But my man, wait, let me finish now.
Yeah, but I have to finish. I have to finish.
Man, stop hijacking the show. My man, stop.
No, but I have to finish.
No. I gotta keep you in check now. Stop hijacking the show. I'm the moderator. You don't have to finish. I'm the moderator. Stop.
So we don't have to speak the truth.
No, stop. You don't do that. Stop interrupting, please. Dr. Peabody.
You interrupted me. I didn't finish.
Kev, get in line. Kev, get in line. Get in line. Stop. Dr. Peabody. Here's the issue. The fact that the first lady left. Christmas, 25th of December. The children looking around. Where are we going to have the Christmas party? Talk to me, Dr. Peabody.
And what I expected is that even the office staff should have been able to organize a beautiful Christmas party for these young children. We have the beautiful events for 11 Park. And this would have been an ideal location for all the kids to come up and receive gifts. In the past, they have done it at the SKD Stadium. They have done some at the Anthony Tubman Stadium. And these are yearly events that should not go unnoticed. Those are things that should have been scheduled for a long time. But instead, we had an Indian man like Jetty providing food for the people. The Zogos and other. Jetty was all over the country providing food. What happened to that? That's a big moment that was missed by the First Lady's office. At least the staff should have taken a responsibility as well, because they have funded. They get funds, and those are some of the funds should go towards that cause. And it definitely did not happen. I think they miss it here. They missed that.
Timon and George.
Yeah, like I said, the first she got her staff, you got her office staff. Usually, even her physical presence, if she's not on the ground, it's something that should just a routine. And there's a routine, what they do prior to Christmas, a holiday, they solicit assistance from business and other people to have the annual children Christmas party, and that's why it was done in the past. So her office would have done it and prepared for them, and give the children gifts and make them happy. It's because we cannot force her to be in the country Christmas time. Perhaps she had present engagement all over the country, but her office was still a proxy for her, represent her, that this thing continued, so that's why it's important that they say when you try because if you try to hold other people accountable to, look at your own reality, that is. So the first of it, should have at least office should have been able to give break some silence on it and talk about it. Even if they don't have the party, make some interventions. Go around.
Timon, we're losing you. Timon, we're losing your internet. Your internet is getting bad. All right, Kev, come in. And then we'll bring in the other Kev.
You hear me?
If you can hear us, we're losing you. Timon. Say something.
I'm hearing you loud and clear. Hello?
Okay, you better now. Okay. You want to finish up?
Yeah, I was done my thought.
Okay. Kev, go ahead, Kev.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
You
No,
know,
Kev.
I just posted to James. I hope he played that because that's where I was trying to come in, so he can post that. Through different and organization, people went to the orphanage, and through youth league, the children, they have a Christmas party. We have the photos, we have everything, we have videos and everything. Only if you can allow James to show the pictures and the video, so the Liberian people can see that the children had a Christmas party, even though the first lady was not in the country. The instruction went on, and the children had a Christmas. The video is there, the picture there. So I wish we can play for Liberian people to see it, and let's take and guys, you take your word back. Unless if you know about a challenge, let James, can you put the picture up and let the children see, and then people see gifts like children. Video,
Okay.
I can see video. So James, can you put a picture up?
Before James put the picture out, Kev, let me ask you a question. Those organizations that have the programs, were they sponsored, instructed by the office of the First Lady? Were they under the instruction to have those parties representing the office of the First Lady?
When you mean sponsor, you mean they give them the financial incentive to have it? That's what you're talking about, sponsor?
Anyway, you won't carry, Kev.
No, I just want to be clear because I'm not in no position to talk about the First Lady budget, so I will not answer that for the First Lady.
Nobody talk about First Lady budget, Kev. Nobody talking about First Lady budget.
That's why I asked you. You said
The question is, you talking about youth league. You're talking about you want to finish reading your message and you can pay attention. Maybe.
You are not reading no message.
Okay. All right. But if you can pay attention, then you'll understand. So what I'm saying to you, good. Yeah, what I'm saying to you.
I'm a family man. I do have.
Yeah. But what I'm saying to you, I
ignore my family stuff, man. So let do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Today is the 27th. Yeah, hold on now. Hold on. What I'm saying to you.
How can we put the pictures up?
Kev, hold on. When you're moderating the more, you can do your moderation. What I'm saying to you.
No, I'm not moderating.
You're not getting us chance again. To talk to you is difficult. You calm down. Stop, Kev. Stop interrupting and let's follow the code, my man. Stop.
Behave.
No, behave. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you, for the sake of God, those institutions that hosted birthday, Christmas party, were they doing it on behalf of the office of the First Lady? Were they doing it representing the First Lady, or they were just doing it as an institution?
All the Christmas party that went around acted in concert with the First Lady office.
If Kevin you get a lot like goat. Get away from that, man. You get loud bad way. But let's move on, man. Stop lying. Sometimes you lie, you don't even see dry face. You lying. Seriously, you lying.
So
you
what proof?
Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this, Kev. Sometimes you lie, you can't even see the daylight. But let's move on. Jonathan, let's bring you in, my brother. We will share when I'm ready. We'll share when I'm ready, but you just lied to the Liberian people. Jonathan, talk to us. Welcome. Your first time on Spoon Talk. Mama, I like your living room. Is that your living room?
No, this is a background. You know it.
Oh, you told the truth. Welcome to the Spoon Talk, my man. How you doing?
Yeah, thank you, Stanton. And let me quickly say to all of you, thanks for the contribution you've been making. Sometimes we sit in our corner, we feel hurt. Sometimes we feel happy. But it is the game. It is quite hefty for us to engage in this manner and form. And so I feel quite pleased and humble sharing a platform.
Yep, yep. Want to say it's good having you, man. You always gave me a hard time on the phone. You want to call me. You want advice. You want to do this. Now you're on the show. Your very first time. It's good to have you. Join the conversation. Party. Usually, like Tumalin said, it's true. Nessie Doe will have the big children Christmas party. The kids gonna go to the executive mansion, get a candy. It's a special time in some of them lives. That's a historical moment, by the way. That happened with Joel too. Through it all, Madam Joel Howard Taylor used to have that Christmas party. It become a tradition for our country and the office of the First Lady. This time around, the children waited 9 o'clock. They started from 3, 4, 5, 6, waited 7, 8, 9, 10, and they went to bed. The First Lady, like Kev said, was out of the country. And the children went to bed without having the traditional Christmas Day party. Talk to us, Jonathan. What's your take?
And so I will begin on this note. Firstly, that it is the human aspect of governance and leadership. I know that you have enumerated, the First Lady, Mrs. Doe, Mrs. Joel Howard Taylor. I guess you forgot to have talked about Mrs. Tauber, that the executive mansion tended to be the home of children those days, and they could freely go there until after the coup. So it is the human aspect, and we hope that it will be done better. The challenge from the opposition community, those who seeking leadership, is also is a good conversation. I understand Tumalane lady squarely that people can do everything they can do in order to impress upon the minds of Liberians for them to trust them with leadership, and they can play those roles. But bulk of it comes from the background of the government that has an office that can be able to, create that nexus between the ordinary people, that is the First Lady office, and the young children that are coming out. And so I think it is quite important that these things be harnessed. I know for a fact that Mr. Cummings has been doing it repeatedly. And I know that even in the challenging movement that we have as a political party, ANC had a children party in Mesorado, specifically in the Dupo Road Belt, and Mark Gibby. I'm informed that similar thing went on in Bassa. I think I sent you 1 or 2 photos that I obtained. But it is also important.
You didn't send me no photos, please. Get it straight. You didn't send me any photos. I got my phone here.
Okay, I will send it to you. I will send it to you, Stanton. Nothing spoiled yet. I will still send it to you. But I sent a photo to you, Stanton Spoon. The same thing, same way you send me the link, that way I send the photo. So it's there. But what I'm trying to say is that we are also concerned about the underprivileged. When the government took power, Finabondo and Koji and the rest of the folks used to go and give what we refer to as Zogo money. And just on the eve of the Christmas, you hear about the Wahala that was in Central Monrovia because they expected people to have gone to them. What happened? What did not happen? I think it came from the background that they are all being expecting money. But it is important why we say all these ones, which are the sidetrack of what government needs to do and how they need to intervene, as well as opposition, we also should bring to your attention, Stanton, which is very important, that Walabo and Jidibo camp in Grey Crew County, where we have 2 polling stations, that almost 1 polling station carrying 300 human beings does not have school and hand pump.
So we will get to that one now. We shouldn't go off the page. You from ANC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's stick to the topic. You go to Waterboy, Juniper. Yeah, I know that where you from, but chill.
No, I'm not from there, but the reason I'm saying it, why we want children to have meal during the Christmas time in Monrovia, which is a good thing for opposition ruling position. Let us also know that young children, parents are not having safe drinking water in the President County.
Okay,
where there are police stations.
You raise that issue in our next segment. Okay. Centurman, you brought this conversation up, and I think it's a fair one. Folks liking the conversation, by the way, because it is important. You know, this too, it will be very important for us to understand this. So I mean, we are not getting anything as to Mark Foco, what's his name, Frank Safoco. Frank Safoco had a birthday party for the kids in his district. He didn't do it from the First Lady office. He did it as a representative. You know, we can show this. He did it as a representative. James, can you pull it up? He did it as a representative. I think it was a wonderful thing he did. You know, but the question remains: why didn't the First Lady? You can have all the representatives, senators, and everyone else have the small party, but that big tradition from the office of the First Lady, we didn't see. So talk to us, James. Will put a picture up.
Yeah, don't forget now. All these representatives are on the ballot for next year. So if you check, all representatives have something in the district because of the re-election they have on the hands. You saw the speaker in his car in Maryland in an open air car and trying to give the people gifts. I heard the people rejected some of the gifts or what were the case. So all the representatives like Foco, yeah, they have to do this thing because 200 and some more days from now, there will be the political future will be decided. So all of the money they got, if they're in a shoe, they have to do something in the district for the people to see it. So all of them identify the people this year, mostly, because I want to be re-elected. I want the people to say, yeah, you'll see Christmas time, I gave you something, and so forth. Even the Liberian government gave Eric County $300,000 Liberian dollars with 100 bags of KG rice. 100 rice, the distributor. I mean, it's election time, and this year they're coming. People will enjoy because at the time people can spend the goodies to people because they want their vote. So what Fogo is doing, he's doing it on his own. He's not doing it for the first day. He's doing it because he want to be re-elected. And you see, all the there. Oh yeah, you'll see a lot of good pictures coming on this coming year. People will then.
So too many. I agree. But you know what? Say what you want to say. I admire Foco though. I know it's election year, but I admire Foco. To be frank with you, this thing touches the heart.
I mean, it's good. I mean,
it's a good thing. Look at the children, man. He gave them gifts. Gave them food. Folks should be doing these things.
The joy of the season.
The joy of the season to Peabody. I'm not discrediting the First Lady. I know she's a good person, right? But I'm saying they missed the mark. They missed the mark somewhere. Her office, even in her absence, should have done something. That's tradition. Even in her absence, should have done something to represent her office. The children, they found a way. They said, we want this. They look for it. They look forward to it. And we over here and saying that other institutions did it on her behalf. That's not true. That's not true. Dr. Peabody and Kev would Kev go first. Then Dr. Peabody, you would take us home. I don't want to make Kev last on this one. That won't be good.
Somebody's saying, Kev, be quiet. If I talk, my brother, it will look like I'm interrupting, but I'm not quiet. But what I'm saying is that can you, James, can you put the picture out there? I hope you can put it up there the same way you play a focal picture. I know.
Did you send a picture to James?
Yes.
James, if you have the picture, put it up. We got to go. Is this the picture, Kev?
Yes.
All right. So go ahead.
In concert, that's what I was telling you about. In concert with various organization, youth league, from the First Lady. It happened beautiful. That Josephine Davis, the concert of the beautiful picture. Since this government took power, this government never left the children on Christmas Day. Before the president took power, he never left the children. And I think it was a cheap shot by Tomlin saying that the First Lady. First of all, let's check why and see what happening. That's the picture there. I hope my brother Tomlin can withdraw that statement and say, look, I misspoke. I didn't do my due diligence. But yes, the First Lady acted. We're talking about a woman who building a whole city of hope for our children, disadvantaged children out there. And they're talking about other lawmakers. I see other lawmakers from different parties who doing stuff. What I'm saying, I stand to be corrected. I saw CDC lawmakers all around the country doing stuff. The opposition said, "We'll wait and give the people sweet talk." So at this moment, I know sometimes I want to be a got you question or got you moment or do all this stuff. Let's sometimes take the politics out. For me, I don't do got you. I go to the issue and I attack the issue. So to say the First Lady woman that we know that always stand up for our girls, always stand up for our children who building homes. Come on, man. Come on. Sometimes let's put the politics aside and let's face reality. What vice president of the city for children called the City of Hope? What vice president in the what First Lady? Not vice president, may I say First Lady? What First Lady in the history of Liberia ever? No First Lady in the history of Liberia ever done anything close to this First Lady. Let's debate it. Let's put that on. Tell me, show me what vice president you know, Mr. Tomlin George, or the rest of the panelists, to show me things they did for our girls, our boys, or young people. I challenge anybody to prove it on the show today, better than this than the First Lady. What First Lady you ever?
So the question would be, when First Lady ever had a budget, had money in the budget? Yeah, the Toronto don't have money in the budget. Toronto don't have money in the budget.
But let you finish that, Kev.
Victoria don't have money in the budget. There's the first time our First Lady got money, put our First Lady in the national budget. And number two, you have the Anthony Shasha home on bypass there. The Anthony Shasha home, where you have the disabled kids there, that on bypass. My late mother, she worked there. The Anthony Shasha home, okay, that was Anthony Todman, the wife of President Todman, and Victoria Tolbert. You heard about a lot of stuff that she did working with the girls' guy and so forth. Skev, Liberia history, man, is there. The first time in the history of Liberia, our First Lady is in our national budget. So
something like before. Have you ever seen something like this?
Okay, she's in the national budget, so she I'll ask you money.
You will not say it. Have you ever seen something like the City of Hope before? Have you?
Okay, let finish it first. Let it finish first, and then it's a good thing. But
no First Lady.
She in the national budget of Liberia. She's getting almost $3 million in the budget for Liberia. Then you expect you want to City of Hope? Give that money to Joa or Victoria Toba.
Somebody, let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. Let me ask you a question, Somebody,
Mm.
and we'll bring in the Dora Care after. Um, what was Joel Howard Taylor? Maybe you don't know now. Can you please research budget as First Lady?
But still no, that's what I'm trying to say. We know our budget for the first lady, our national budget. It's the first time.
So
Okay.
under
No,
this
this
government
is the
is the first time that we having a
that the
budget for the First Lady.
first lady in the
Is
budget.
that what you say
Yes. You
in
should
the
have
budget?
first lady office
But the First Lady office
what you should do.
always have. Go ahead.
Yeah, usually in the past, office usually go they do solicitation. They solicit assistance from international organizations and goodwill and friends for business and so forth to carry on projects for in a capacity. Okay, they never have budget earmark budget for them and say, okay, we're giving the woman this money for this person. The first time, so the argument, the money the first they're getting, yeah, it would be good that she showed the people like, okay, the money you're giving her every year, I'm bidding on City of Hope or whatever the case, you know. But the question is, the other first lady, did they have that money? Maybe they would have done a lot of things. The same first lady said she was bringing a hair factory. A hair factory where we employ young girls and people. We're still waiting for a hair factory to come.
Cheap shot.
That cheap shot, everything I thought that cheap shot.
So,
Okay,
Sintumale, let me hang out with you a little bit. It is important. How much is the First Lady budget?
I know 2021. Last year it was 2.9 million.
2022.
And this year, yeah, I'm this I gotta research it, but I know she got money in the budget for this year. So that's certain. That's there.
So the First Lady budget, her office, with everything, almost $3 million. Is that what you say? To be
For
to be correct?
2021.
2021, 22. If what you are saying is true and there's no other budget that was allocated within the national budget for all the first ladies, those previous first lady, then I think the position to say that this is how to balance out. It is.
But let me say this to you,
if this
please.
first lady is the first lady
say
in Liberia history to receive money to be part of the national budget. Yeah, Kev, go ahead.
Can somebody show me any budgets from the top man side to also see their budget to know that the first lady never had? Can he come with it? Can us see? Can somebody? Because I know under the 12 year we never had a first man. So can you show me anything? So it had to tell. We had a female. There was no such thing like a first man. So you cannot mention that it's not nobody's fault. There was nothing called the first man. So what budget under the Taylor? There was no such thing like budget you will see. So why are you making statement that you cannot say? Look at this budget. Let's look at this budget. This budget line, no first lady. This budget line, first lady. Don't make that comparison.
Can I ask you a question, Kev? Hold on 1 minute. How much the first lady receive it? 2022 budget, 2021, 2022. How much did she receive? Her office?
I cannot tell you. I cannot tell you that.
Do you know?
No, I don't know.
Somebody said $3 million.
I cannot tell you. We need to look it up. Let's look it up.
Okay, so but the first lady received
2021.
Yeah, 2021. But the first lady received she received money from the budget. Is that correct, Kev?
I don't know.
Or office?
I don't know. I'm looking it up. I don't know.
You don't know whether the first lady office receiving money from the budget?
I don't know.
Okay, Donike.
Yeah.
Let Kev look it up. Donike, talk to us. Let's talk about the first lady budget a little bit. It's very important.
And so I like to be very honest and genuine because this platform that Mark Zuckerberg had created is a historical fact check. And so I hate to
why you looking at the guy alive?
That's what us created this platform now. Zuckerberg.
Yeah, this is
People went out for the platform to that Mike.
Yeah, when I say this platform, Kev, I hope you can mute yourself so that understand each other. I'm talking about the Blue app Facebook, and then I guess you were listening quite well when I appreciated Spoon FM and their platform for the opportunity, so I cannot miss the two, up. But what I was saying is that everything that we do on this platform, either we'll be part of it 6, 7, 10 years when the reminder is coming back, or we'll be ashamed of it. And so, from my perspective, I like to dive into what I have full understanding about. In this instance case, the budget of the First Lady, I don't have it to my fingertip to debate it. That's what I said. From the human perspective, it is a good thing, whether be it the current First Lady, former First Lady, opposition, to interact with the young children when it is festive season. However, this is the conversation you are having, and we all need to have it. But I thought to sidetrack, which one I thought it was important to every time mention, because the young children, the children in Monrovia, they are no different than the children in other Leeward counties. Tomani in Pole Squarely, either Tomani or the Peabody, said that there were allocations meant for county celebration. And so when those funds are available, then we all can counter check in. But Stanton, and this is not meant to derail the president's achievement, but to have 2 polling stations where human beings can go and vote and decide president. And then those 2 places, there is absolutely zero drinking water, no school. That conversation is still tall the Chairman Party until we have the budget and scrutinize the budget as to what was done or what should have been done. For me, it is the key to talk about 70,000 getting missing when somebody in Grand Bassa County took their friend to go sell human being for 5,000, blood running through the person's vein. You took the person to go sell them on allegation. Like you took them to sell them. Then someone will ask about $1,000. If that person laid their eyes on it and they are thief, they will definitely steal it. So it tells you the extent to which our country is rotting to the core of not having people who are honest, who are genuine, who are committed to stand up. And just before I close, I'd like to say that while we are opposition and we have ruling position, it is always good to state the facts. When Amos Stewart appeared on this platform, he said deliberately as an intellectual that they have 150 hospitals and medical facilities. Meaning, he might have known that there are 2, 3 hospitals or 1 or 2 hospitals that were built by the Unity Party-led government, but there were other extended facilities, but he combined them to say 150. So anyone I would say, Amos said there were 100 hospitals by the Unity Party government, it is wrong. And that's the kind of proceeding of my conversation. It is not about whether it's for me or you're against me. It is about the facts. And as I said on the platform, and we move forward, including my brother Kev, we will state the fight and point to the fight. That's all for me. So
thank you very much. It's good. Thank you very much. It's good to have you, man. You can join us next time whenever you're ready. Want to be part of the conversation? Let us know. We're sending the link. But it's good to have you. Thank you for showing face. And we look forward to seeing you again, Mr. Dodeke. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, for the record, the first day
it was quite wonderful. I admire all of you. Sometimes you guys will hate some of us when our different constituent party hard, but it is important that we have the kind of civilized conversation. And I hope to come on a real tough talking day that we can talk major national issue than just talk budget. I want to talk major issue. I want to talk the president still of the country. I want to talk the sacking of G. Ellis Willen unconstitutional. I want to talk hardcore things. I want you to confront me with Ellis, Mr. Cummings, and it's happening so that I answer it. I hope to see you guys the next time. It was a pleasure, and I'm quite humble for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Dedeke. You got my number. You always call me anyway. We appreciate you. Thanks. All right, guys. Let's do this. Go
The
ahead.
budget for 2022 is 700,000 for this fiscal year. 700,000.
Okay. So let's just go around and try to. I want to open the phone line. I want to hear from Liberians. All right, Kev, I'll mute you, Kev. Kev, I'll mute you.
What?
What are your swag guy?
Go ahead. Got the people.
But Kev, I don't be objective. I don't talk facts.
Use his 3 million.
Let me
Swag guy.
let me
What
say
Kev told
this.
me?
No, go ahead.
Let me say this. This the first time that everything that happened in a country development, we always say this the first time ever happened. First time ever happened. So Ellen Johnson have come to power and built something. We say that's the first time. So every government account will have the first time. They'll have it. But I think the previous governments we have had, the first lady have been very outstanding. I don't think I want to compare when it comes to, this the best first lady that we ever have in the country. I don't want to go down that route to say I even compare them, any one of them. I think all of them worked in the interest of the country. And I don't know whether there was a best first lady and there was a second best first lady or the person. I don't want to go that route. But I know when we talk about Victoria Talbert, when we talk about Nancy Doe and others and the Joquintown Market and other places that Nancy Doe was involved in, and Mrs. Taylor, Mrs. Joy Howard Taylor, others. I think we have had a great first ladies. But I'm not going to make any comparison here and say this person is the best we ever had, But I think the opportunity on Christmas Day was just missed. There should have been a cheering party organized by the First Lady office, and they just missed that. So I think we just need to admit that they erred there, and hopefully they can work on it.
I agree with you, Dr. Peabody. I agree with you. I think the First Lady office, that's a blunder, 100%. 100%, they made a mistake. They shouldn't have neglected the children. That's a tradition the children look forward to. They forgot about the children, and that was so bad. And I hope the First Lady can amend. She can do a New Year birthday party for the kids. She can do something to give back to the children. Building City of Hope, doing what she's doing, passing through other entities, will not solve that problem because it's a tradition. It's a tradition. And the First Lady office made a mistake. This should be organized. You have 12 months, 52 weeks, 365 or 66 days. This should have been organized. This should have been planned. And I think the First Lady office dropped the ball on this one. Seriously. Don't mind Kev coming to say we did this, we did that. No. That story, that game, that cover up. The First Lady office dropped the ball on this one. And I think the office should hold up to it and do better next time. Another thing we'll be discussing before we go to the phone line. Have you guys observed that the National Election Commission website is down? I think Fagon was talking about that yesterday. But it's something about the website, the information, whether it's under maintenance or what's the case may be, it's been down for a quite long time now. You go on the National Election website to see past records, 2020 election, 2017 election. There's none. It coming out with that 401 error code.
I don't know though, but if this National Elections Commission, too many problems coming from them to do biometrics problem. They play some people to get a contract with people. There's another one about the voter registration. They had to postpone it. Now they're saying
March,
it will start in March. I don't know, but I don't know whether those who running really pay attention to it because whether they have even the Supreme Court told them the last election that they should do a complete cleaning of the voters' roll. I mean, the census again will tell us how many people in Liberia, and when there is results, they will know how many people in Liberia, and after the voters' registration, how many people register to vote, and so forth. But the way I see things going, they always in something, and the people got to really watch them carefully because they got to be sincere and forthcoming because every time something, some glitch, something happening, and it's concerning though.
And I want to say this, that it is concerning even more that the opposition are not talking. Somebody, they are not talking about these things. The opposition, why are they so quiet? You can look at the past result, the 2020 election, Dr. Peabody, and you can tell CUC you won by this percentage in Grand Cru. It would give you some numbers, right? And set your mind for this coming election. But everything is gone. It's off. And somebody also adding this to it, which is very important. The move the voter registration did to MASH. Everybody quiet. Nobody asking why. Nobody asking why. What's going on? You are muted, Dr. Peabody.
Chairman Billy came on. He said that they are doing a check. They're having a check with that election commission. They have been putting in a couple concerns that they have been having with the election commission, and they have also written the international committee and other people regarding certain things. But that was, I don't know, it was what he said. He said something like that, but that was not disclosed. But they said they have been checking the election commission and engaging them on different line items and things that they were concerned about. I think so.
So I'm listen, we have to discuss this. If the website is under maintenance, we got to discuss it. We got to discuss the way forward because it is important and very much important for Liberians, for folks to go back and understand. But if we all just sit down and allow the National Election Commission to do as they please, then that's a problem.
It is.
That's a problem. It's getting to a place that people are concerned and people are talking.
And I think March is just too long for voter registration. From March, you're going to have only what? 6 months for election.
6 to 7 months.
March 20 to May 11th.
Yeah, then when do you have the election? I mean, it's a.
But what's about this census something? What's the result? What's coming? The vice president said 90%.
Let's.
But you cutting me off, Kev.
No, look, CEO.
But you cutting me off, Kev.
It's working.
Yeah. Okay, let me see, Kev. Bring it back. Yeah, please.
Yeah,
bring it back.
It back on.
It's
back on again.
Okay, so when it came back on?
Well, those things happen. Even here,
so it was on maintenance.
Well, we go on maintenance. Everything they talk about back on. Everything is there. Everything's super. Good. Nothing is missing. Everything's super. The website can go down. They update it. They take care of it. Same thing like here, and it come back running. The website running. It had 287 days to go. Everything's super.
So that's why someone is looking at the days from.
Yeah, so, that's where you look at. Every time you see somebody call the days, that's there. That's why when you saying that.
So I'm trying to go back to see how long it been on, but it's good that it came back on. That's very good. That's very good. It came back on. Kev, what's the result about the census?
I don't see this guy. You come for you come for today.
Today, no, my man. Today is Tuesday. The VP said they're going to give information. Listen.
You had a vice president here. You had a vice president there. She told you. Vice president told the world.
Yeah, I will say this, Kev. The people said, I will say this. They said the National Election Commission website down. It on today. Thank God. Now people can go back on it. It's on. It's running. I'm asking you about the census. What's the result of the census?
See, you had the vice president on the show. She told you how well this census thing is going on. She was in control of it. She said it clear. Some stumbling block happened in the beginning, but it's going well. It's going well. She said it here. And I believe everything the vice president said. But let me go back to something that you were saying. The reason I will not count Joy Howard Taylor as the vice president in the count I was doing, because Chancellor government will never give him chance.
It was a legitimate government. You cannot say that.
It was no, that government. It was
Chancellor
never
government was a legitimate
it was
government.
never recognized internationally.
Chancellor government was legitimate government under
No,
the
come
Nigerian
on, come on.
Constitution.
It was
No,
never recognized.
Chancellor government was a legitimate
recognized
government under.
internationally.
it was
Bro, remember,
Why you said concerning Jua? Why you said concerning Jua was wrong? She was one of Liberia's best first lady.
listen. Yeah, but let me finish. I would not count Chancellor government anytime I'm talking about government, because that government will never give in chance by the same folks who trying to not give this government chance. And the records are there. The same folks who paid for them to take Taylor and put Taylor in the Hague are the same identical folks. So Chancellor government will never give a chance. The American government never recognized Chancellor government. So Joy Howard Taylor never had the full capacity to do her job. So I would not include her. But I'm including government that was recognized by America, recognized, and money was coming in. Nothing happened. Only this first lady. Joy Howard Taylor was never given chance. Never. Chancellor was never given chance.
but
You can
yeah,
say all you want to say.
Taylor
So,
government
never given chance.
recognized by the international community.
The
We
same
had a
folks, America never recognized the Taylor government, and you know
no,
that.
but I disagree because yes, I disagree. America had an ambassador in
So
Liberia, number one. Don't
so
forget. I come in.
America never. Tommy, don't do
We had
that, man.
but I come in. Wait,
Yeah.
let me learn. America
Yeah,
had
let
an
him
ambassador
finish that.
Say
accredited
what?
in
Let him finish, my man. Wait.
America had an ambassador.
We're talking.
My man, wait, Kev.
Yeah,
Let him finish.
yeah, America had an ambassador in Monrovia. Number one. Number two,
Tommy,
in America, I come in, Kev.
Kev, give the man chance.
When President Clinton was on his way to Ghana, he spoke to Charles Taylor. He called him and told Charles Taylor from Air Force One. Moreover, too, we had an ambassador accredited, Ambassador Rachel Bates. She watch our show all the time. She was ambassador to America, accredited for Liberia to America. Number two, even Assistant Secretary of State Thomas Pickering from the U.S. government visited Liberia. Then a high-powered delegation from Taylor government, led by
Kev, give the man chance. Kev, give the man
Yeah.
chance.
why you use that
Kev,
comment?
Kev, give the man
Yeah, but-
chance, please.
A high-powered government delegation from Taylor government went to Washington, D.C. On our delegation was Councilor Bromsky, Senator Minor, and others were all on our delegation. They came to Washington, D.C. Okay, Liberia, a member of the United Nations, we attended all international meetings. Okay, so Taylor was even
Why you made that comment?
Let's end this something, man. I was
who's
saying
coming
this.
now?
Now, hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Somebody, Josh. Tell us that. Kev, stop playing.
No,
Taylor
but that is
government.
not playing. Let me answer. Why Taylor made that comment?
Kev, stop playing. Taylor government was recognized. They didn't
By
work with
America?
him. They
America?
didn't, yes, they recognized
Oh, yeah.
him, but they couldn't work with him.
Taylor government was
The sanction, only the sanction they had on them, that's all.
Yeah,
They
they
had
have
sanction on
sanctions, but they
them.
recognized that
they
Taylor
recognized the
won a
government.
free and fair
But they have
election.
sanction.
Kev, let's move on, man. Sorry, by that time, don't let me say what I want to
When you
say.
get ambassador to your country, I mean, they recognize you. You have the ambassador accredited to your country, you recognize.
And this government will
My
not.
man, let me tell you something, Kev. Sometimes I will say this to you. Joy Howard Taylor as first lady, she served as a damn good first lady. I don't know what you're drinking tonight, but she was one of the best first lady too.
But still, you
For you
cannot.
to say she wasn't, that was far from the fact.
The goodie is, you know, the goodie is, Joy Howard Taylor. She one of the most, like I said, like I told her, the best vice president in my life.
She served as a good first lady. We're not talking about vice president.
No, listen, and she know when you saying this, she will say that that's not what Kev means. Kev is correct that our government, as a first lady, will never
No,
give
that's not what she said. She will say Kev need to get the hell out of that platform. She will say Kev need to get the hell out of that show.
You see now,
That's what she will
with
say.
the girl chance. You see now with the girl chance. You see how she performing. You see
Listen
how
to
she
that.
performing.
Mama, let me
But they didn't give her chance first. He said they didn't give her chance first. Is that what he said? Yeah. But they didn't give her chance first. Yeah. He said they didn't give her chance first.
You can't get.
But guys, I go back.
One day to know that.
No,
that
they didn't give her chance.
against me.
Guys, let's go back.
One day.
God, let's go back. Let's go by the census. Let's go by the census. So tomorrow, because the first lady said that we will be hearing from them, the census result, how far census have come. So we have thought it wise. I will call Alex to come and tell us from where we are about the census.
You bring Alex
I'll
here?
bring Alex on. Yeah, I'll bring Alex on tomorrow, and we should talk about the census. It is important. And let me bring it on briefly today, just briefly. Alex, how you doing?
I'm great to see you, and let me extend greetings to you, to all of the panelists, to my brother Keith Hassan, and to all Liberians.
Get fit and change, yo.
Alex, you shining, man. What's going on?
Say?
You shining. The reflection from you is hitting me. What's up?
I mean, that's the blessing of God, you know.
But I know we're going to be talking about sunshine tomorrow. I mean, not sunshine, I'm sorry, census tomorrow. And we want to understand where we are. We had the first lady on the show. She said today, the 27th, which is Tuesday, she was going to talk more about, they were going to have a meeting and everything. But we'll be happy if you can join us tomorrow to give us an update, what you know from where you are about the census, how far they have gone, whether this census will be accepted as an international standard issue. And, you know, so we really want to know, because we're hearing from Grand Jita, Maryland, Nimba, it has some glitches, but the first lady said they have overcome. You know, the money was made available, equipment were given, and she felt good. And I asked her, you think we'll have a good result? She said, yes. So just give her a little, and then tomorrow we'll have you to talk to the Liberian people exactly where we are when it comes to census.
Yes, so CEO, firstly, my apology because I cannot be detailed tonight, because I think you just contacted me to, get a few words from me. So I will not be detailed. And what I will say to you and to everyone listening is that, like I've always said, we are not conducting census anymore in Liberia. And I cannot say from a professional background that it is even a survey, because there are certain scientific criteria statistically that qualifies an activity to be a census or a survey. What I can say to you for a fact that we record the last census in Liberia lasted for just 10 days. That was from March 21st to the 30th of March 2008. And if you go in the sub-region, there are similar time frame between 10 to 14 days for census.
I know I don't want you to go in detail because we're leaving, but I just want get a quick. You think with that we'll have a good result? Just yes or no?
Yeah, so so the very first thing, Liberia, I think apparently have gone in the Guinness Book of Record now for having probably the longest de facto census in the world. And not only the longest, but as I speak to you, the last time I checked 2 days ago, was that we had a population of 4.4 million that has been enumerated, and we have a household population of 5.5 million. That is a disparity or a variance of over 1.1 million.
Let's keep that. Let's keep that. Let's keep that. Wow. Can you say that one more time? Can you just say this, please?
I mean, I can confirm to you that 2 days ago, Liberia population from the enumeration exercise of the activity that is going, which I would not want to qualify as census, had a population of 4.4 million from the enumeration exercise, and the household listing had 5.5 million. So it's a variance of 1.1 million, which has never happened anywhere in the world, that the household listing will have such a huge variance from the enumerated household. And there are many indexes that
We're gonna bring you in tomorrow. We're gonna bring you in tomorrow to really go in details because it is important. Since census started the 11th of November, it been over a month, going to 2 months, and Liberians want to know where we are. As much as we want to wait for the official results and pronouncement from Legis, we'll be glad to talk to you. You work for Legis, and we'll be bringing you in tomorrow, Liberian time, 8:30, 3:30 Eastern time, USA. Wherever you are, please adjust yourself to the time difference. We want to say thank you very much, Alex. It's good seeing you, by the way. Thank you. Tommy and George, let me, I know Alex will be joining us tomorrow, Georgie, but listen to what he just said, though. Tommy.
Yeah. The current population of Liberia is 5.3 million, 3 million, according to what the United Nations is saying. So my question is, if the census result is announced, because usually what will happen when they complete with the census, the president is supposed to address the nation and give that report to the entire nation when the census is completed. But the census up for today is 5.3 million in Liberia. So if that result comes up and if it's below this amount, then I have a problem with it because there's no way our population didn't grow. So we expect to see an increase in the population of Liberia.
You're right, so Tomale, let me stick with you because I was asking the vice president, right, about this, and what Alex just said is something. 4.4. The population after all the counting is 4.4, while the household listing is over 5.5. But this is not a number Legis giving the Liberian people. We'll wait for Legis number. This is what Alex is gathering, Dr. Peabody. But I hope, like Timothy said, after the census, the population should be up, should have increased and not decreased. Dr. Peabody.
Well, it's going to be difficult for us to really know exactly what it's like until we get legit report and know whether it's high or it's low. So it's almost impossible to know. I mean, Alex said he's getting a report, but how legit is Alex's report? And all of that. So I'm looking forward for him to come and explain it tomorrow to say, yeah, this is what it is. But until we get legit report that prove what it is and what it is, I will kind of hold back.
I mean, you're right. We're gonna wait for Alex to come on tomorrow, but just to go back into what we're receiving, Legis got a dashboard that gave these project everything. The VP knows, the director Lawrence George, the acting director, he getting the result. And that's why they were using the tablet from Ghana. So they know how to get these results. They created those apps, so they know how to get the result. Kev, you want to say something on the census?
I'll just go by what Dr. Peabody. I'm over with Alex. We have serious people like the vice president came in off a busy schedule and talk about the census and how we're progressing. And we all saw the video that she went in there. And after we have some little rocky start, and then for a low level man like Alex, after the vice president spoke and come and talk to him and to tell us things that he actually still have his grievance on some irrelevant and fake documentation that he posted to listen to him. I really don't have that time for that. I really don't have that time. I'd rather believe the vice president than to listen to Alex. I uh, uh, I agree with that to see how legit is Alex to getting something for people who will tell him to monitor the water. He have a choice here to speak the truth or to keep talking playing his games. I really don't have time for Alex, seriously.
Thank you. Sentiment and George.
Yeah, well,
Are you
the government of Liberia international partners, they put a lot of money into this process, to this census. We expect to get a serious results. We want to know the sense our population because it helps with our development initiatives and how we apportion money in the national budget for lots of initiatives in our country. We want to know how many hospitals we need to get, how many health workers we need to send to the counties and so forth, and the schools, everything. This census, all the census is very important for. So I pray. I mean, forget about politics. I pray that we don't undermine this census because it will help the entire country. Even those who, if for instance, the opposition takes power next year, it will help. It will help the opposition that come to power. The president is re-elected. It will help him to come up with the developmental programs that for the country. So we want to ensure that this census is accurate and is not. We shouldn't undermine it. Let's support it and pray and hope that the result from the census will be to the point where Liberians can at least know that how much percent of our population grew in the last I think since the last one from 2008. So we look forward to this census results, and when the president will officially announce the entire result to the world and the nation. So we pray for the census to be successful and to have a good result from it.
do you think with all the problem, do you think, and I will ask you the question I asked the first lady, this census result will meet international standard?
As I said, we had a lot of things happening. A lot of glitches took place prior to the census coming into effect, and we say like we pray that the results because they have experts that are involved with these things, and they will tell you whether the census was whether the process went well, whether it meets international standards, or so forth. Because there are people who are involved with this thing. The word something called water. They you got to find out that as each country, the population of each country, the world got to know. So they all be involved. So we just pray that they follow the right procedure and ensure that the result will be accurate. Because if you come up with anything bogus, it undermines the entire process, and our country will be embarrassing to our country. So we look forward to getting the accurate result. And there are people who are there to fact check it to make sure that it was done properly. Muted.
Yeah. So what? Listen, it's 5:50. Let's just go to the phone line. Uh, but you were quite correct, Sentiment and George. The total amount given to the First Lady office was $2.9 million since this government took office. 2.9 million, the total amount. 500,000 in the first year. Moving forward, 1 million, it went down to 700,000. The total amount, when you calculate them all, is 2.9 million. So you were quite correct. You wasn't in error. I just needed somebody fact check and we got the information. But I want to say that tomorrow the president going to Buffalo that Emirates Hospital, and he going to. Is that the opening of the hospital, Kev? Is that what they're doing tomorrow? You want to throw light on it, just real
Yeah,
quick?
that's opening of the hospital tomorrow.
See that?
That's opening of the Emory Hospital tomorrow.
Yeah. So they will be opening the
Opening
hospital.
or dedication? Which one?
Yeah, which one?
Both.
Both?
Yes, both.
The hospital will be open tomorrow.
He said both. Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, love you.
Oh Lord. Yeah. Listen. Let me yeah. Let me ask you a question though. So the hospital they will be operating immediately after, right? Staffs, everything, right?
Whatever you want to turn it tomorrow, the press will be at it.
Kev, don't, Kev. You cannot talk to us.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Kev,
where to?
Kev,
I know where you come from.
You would not do this tonight.
So what you
that
want
means that you'll be wrong.
What you want me to say?
I'm asking you a direct question.
What do you want me to say?
The hospital will be functioning starting tomorrow. You have doctors, you have nurses, you have everybody. They're starting work. It will be open to the public. I'm asking you a straight question. Don't dance around the bush.
Let me answer you.
Yes.
Let me answer you. Tomorrow, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to see the Spoon journalists there. They will be there. And I urge everybody who loves Spoon, who watch Spoon, the Spoon will be there. You will get all your answers tomorrow. You will see the state-of-the-art hospital. You will see the president there. They will have a tour there, and they will speak to you. Watch tomorrow. I've been talking about the hospital.
Okay, we're not talking what you've been talking about. Every answer the question. So
tomorrow,
Kev Hassan. Kev Hassan. Kev.
Everybody coming tomorrow.
He is not on the show. Kev is off tomorrow. He will not be on the show. He got family emergency. He will be attending to. He will not be on the show tomorrow. Let me ask you a question, Kev. So tomorrow, the hospital will be open to the public, right? Doctors and nurses, everybody will be in the hospital.
Oh, you talking
first day of work tomorrow.
You talking something? You're talking something.
I'm asking you, but you're not telling us.
You know that's not the way it works.
You need to tell us. We give you the check. Dr. Peabody asked you. You said both. Is it delegation or it's just Dr. Peabody? You said opening or what? What was going on?
What your dedication? He said both. So it means that if you sick tomorrow, you can get medicine there tomorrow.
Is that how you're going to work? You can go there for medication now?
But let me say this thing. Let me say this thing to you guys. I think it's a big thing for our people. I think we all should be serious.
It is. I agree. Yes, it is.
But we finished saying that when the vice president was on the show. Don't tell me about us being serious. Answer our question. You are not answering the question. You're evading the question. Will the hospital be open to the public tomorrow? Yes or no?
But see, you think that got you.
Hassan, you are not answering the question. Somebody will walk in that hospital tomorrow to receive medication. Yes or no?
That's how it works.
I'm asking you.
Well, you said both.
You said it. He said dedication and also.
I'm asking you.
That's not the way it works. That's not.
He said both.
The hospital is going to be presented tomorrow.
He said we're giving the first part of the elections now, and you walking.
Yeah, you said both. The hospital tomorrow, the people in Buffalo who can walk in our hospital when the president leaves to start getting treatment.
Yeah.
Is this what you're saying?
That's your word.
I'm asking you. Don't say that's my word.
That's your
I'm asking you.
Let him explain. Well, let him explain me about both now. Explain what you mean by both.
Yeah, he can explain.
Okay, let me tell you. Tomorrow, the president going to go there. They're going to open the hospital to the wall, and the wall going to see what's happening. And soon, very, very soon, the same way you beat me that there was no hospital, And now you're asking me, you see, you're moving the bar. When I
But
say
we're not talking about you now. We're not beating on you. We're moving forward. You're not answering the question.
Yeah, Kev, I've been
This
president of the
is
hospital
how you
business.
speak.
Yeah, who
This
beat on
is how you
you? No
speak.
hospital.
You're not answering the question. The people been in our hospital, we know that. Don't say we beat on you. So don't give yourself the victory
That's not
lap.
true.
We are asking
That's not
you.
true. I
Can
should take care of
somebody
Okay.
walk? Can somebody walk
Yeah.
in the hospital to receive medication
We
tomorrow?
have. So, CEO, I will be the most crazy guy to answer this your question, because you know why? You know why?
But
You know why?
why?
I'm not
Why
gonna
you be
answer.
the most crazy guy?
You know what? I'm not gonna.
You just said both. You just
You know,
said both.
You know, I'm not gonna answer the question because number one is a gotcha question. Number two, nobody believed there was a hospital, and now you're raising it. But you know,
No, Kev, stop it, man.
Yeah,
Kev,
but
no.
can go
I'm
5 minutes sit down, man.
Yeah,
You
let's
got
do
nowhere
it.
to
Yeah, my man.
go. Go take a pause. Let the man go take a pause. You got nowhere to go. Nobody know. The man said both. The president goes to
Then
court.
he said, I got your question. He
Yeah,
said, both. You just said it.
So what the president doing tomorrow? He's a spokesperson for the government on the show, and you're dancing around. If you're not sure of yourself, Kev, don't bring the conversation up.
Yeah.
You gotta be sure of yourself.
Yeah, both.
But Kev, let me say something, Kev. Tomorrow is a great day in the history of our country, our health sector. Our state and the art hospital will be dedicated tomorrow by the president. And it's kudos to the administration, happy honor his leadership. We're having this hospital state of act. We see modern laboratory machine, MRI stuff. Everything that we see in a modern hospital in America, we expect to see in our hospital. Okay, it's a good thing because I mean, people will use the hospital for referral. All we pray for should equip in the coming national budget to prioritize the health sector. Yes, for maintenance and get good the doctors that are there and everything that needed for modern hospital should be in the hospital in the coming budget so that we'll be proud of it. Anybody tell you they're not proud of what that person is the person they are now a nationalist or patriot. We should be proud tomorrow that we have a state of the art hospital being dedicated tomorrow by the president of our country. We look forward to seeing it happen and pray for the source of that hospital. And so they will serve all the people of Liberia, not only the president and official of government. No, we pray that so that we'll not be spending money on foreign travels or people going to go get medical checkup or so. We'll do right in the state of the art hospital. So that might make it so good for us. So careful. Nobody condemn it. Everybody praise it. But you just said dedication opening at the same time tomorrow. Then you want to say people play gotcha? No.
Definitely, I join you two in commending the president for the opening of that hospital. I think it's a great thing. Liberian need healthcare, and for the first time in the history of Bapulu, they will have a modern state-of-the-art hospital. I think it's great for that part of the world, for that part of the country where healthcare have been denied for many, many years. Now they have something. I want to commend the president for doing that. I think it's a good thing. You know, it's not something you have to sit back.
Kudos, President. We are kudos for you. Are you happy on your watch? Kudos for your administration for this hospital.
Yeah, when someone does something great, we must commend them. And I think the president did a great job in constructing the hospital. Thank you.
Praise the president for this initiative, buddy.
So back to the question. Kev said both. So it means that people go in the hospital to receive medication or what?
Yes, tomorrow we'll start performing operation also tomorrow. We'll start treatments tomorrow.
No, this is what will happen tomorrow. Treatment, not tomorrow. The hospital would be dedicated tomorrow. The president going there to cut the ribbon and turn it over to the county health team. All right. Maybe Kev choose not to say those things, but that's what happened tomorrow. There will be nobody leaving when the president leaves tomorrow and say, I'm here for a paracetamol. No. Now, we should also understand the hospital is there now. Equipment, medications, doctors, nurses, Liberians should now take upon themselves to go and serve. Everything is not only in Monrovia, Montserrado. They should be able to find time to go and serve in the interior. So if you're nurses, if you're doctors, go and give your time, contribute to your country. If you want to do a rotation, go in the interior and serve. It's the best thing you can do for Liberia. Because you know what, guys? You have other hospitals out there. Everybody want to be in Monrovia. Everybody want to work at the hospitals or clinics in Monrovia. But we encouraging you. We hope they pay well, but also think Liberia first and go and serve your people. If you are from that area and you're a nurse, go back. Serve. Give back to your community. You know, do your 6 months, do your 1 year, and encourage others to do the same. You know, we encourage the government to encourage folks. In America, yeah, you know that very well. Since two money that to Peabody, it will say you.
So somebody said you need to help train the people. You use expertise to train the people too, the nurses there too. So
Yeah,
saying you're a nurse,
I
you
can.
know,
I,
taking
I
somebody,
can.
you're
Yeah,
getting
I
some
can
free
go.
training, right?
Yeah, I can go there. No problem. I can. Yes, sure. Because you know what? To take someone
Very
from the
good.
comfort zone, like when we used to work for agency, if you going below, past 10 miles, they say, listen, we'll give you $3 different per hours. You know that. So if people will leave Monrovia to go work in Bapolo, the government should have some initiative and put something together, some package to give them a special bonus. You will find a lot of people leaving Monserrado to
I
go
hope
serve
Kev help too because Kev in healthy. Kev will help too. When in La Brema, go help the people to Kev. Go train the people to go organize training for the people, Kev.
Yeah, they should provide good salary.
The
They
United
should provide.
Yes.
the Emirates in the package, training our people is part of the package from the Emirates. It's
They
part of
should provide.
Good.
They should provide
it's
all
part of
necessary incentives
part of the
to
package.
help them.
It's a full
But
package. So one of the things that help
we want to encourage. Kev, you just interrupted me though.
no, but see, it's important.
Kev, you just interrupted me. What I
Yes,
was saying
yes,
is
it's
also.
important.
What I was saying is also important. What I was saying is also important. And part of the package. He acting like he not see the package. Boy, but want to say it's a good show, Kev. Say your
Good show.
last 2 cents. Let's get the hell out of here. That would be the best thing ever. You know this person, right? Teresa Yima. Let me say this to you. Tomorrow, Teresa saying I can go. You know, we started the nursing school together, Teresa and myself, from LPN to
Okay.
the RN. Yeah, she used to give me. She used to spy for me. You know, she used to spy on my
Yeah, I
papers.
know.
That's
I know
Teresa,
Teresa.
right?
Teresa
Yeah,
is my
that's my
former
Omar.
sister-in-law.
Oh, your former sister-in-law?
Yeah, she was married to my brother before, and she have
Yeah, brother. Yeah,
kids
yeah.
from my brother.
Teresa, my Oma, and
Yeah,
yeah, she's a very good nurse.
good
She
lady,
said she
very
was
good
good,
woman.
Lord.
Very good.
Yeah.
What's up, Teresa?
When I go,
What's down?
when we guys go there,
What's up,
you guys
Teresa?
stay there.
Huh?
Y'all stay there all because when I go to
Yeah,
help,
you
you
gotta
gotta
stay
stay
there.
there
All right,
You
guys.
gotta stay
for
there. And they
about
got
1 month.
helicopter. They got helicopter, right?
I know. Dibare, you deploy the entire full team there to be.
How about you? I got for them deal now.
Ooh. Yeah, but they got helicopter. We'll go there, right?
Well,
So, but
gentlemen, good show,
seriously,
man.
it was a good show. Folks gotta sacrifice and go. That's a beautiful hospital, man. I'm proud of the
Yeah, but it
government.
depends on as CEO, it depends on the incentive now. Because honestly, I agree. Look, if we're making sacrifices, right, you got to go to the interior. The incentives should be very attractive because, people got to have, you got to induce, get them something good that will carry them there.
Yeah.
They'll sacrifice, but it's
Listen,
not
tell
to
somebody, say, listen, we are $100. We provide
pay the
sleeping
person
place.
good.
I hope they're building some
They have
apartments over there.
quarters for resident of Puerto State, right? The doctor nurses.
They're building restaurant for people as we speak.
Very good. Okay, when that happens, people will go there.
Very nice, man. Good job. For the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever. Thank you, President Weah.
You see, Ellen had Jackson Hebdo. We have got the Emirates. That's good. So that's good.
But why you get
Thank God
credit?
for the
Why
health
you get
sector.
credit? Why you get credit? The 14th Military to we are. Redemption Hospital is
Yeah, for the
coming up
military,
too.
yeah. It's
Redemption
good, yeah.
Hospital is finishing too. right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Just how on L&M they renovated 150 health institutions in the last 12 years. They
who
did
said
it. Renovated.
who's like yeah, 150
Renovate that.
well,
They were renovated.
but
The records are there though. I research on it. They did a
but
lot of expansions during the 12 years. I'm telling you, for
but
real. I research the records are
Right,
there.
ladies and gentlemen.
but let's take let's take some calls.
Okay.
Let's take some calls. We should just leave, right? Forget about taking the calls.
Yeah, a few free calls.
Yeah, and that's cool. Like Nelson is on that trip, he gotta go home. So we gotta wrap this thing up. Nelson. Come on, Nelson. James, stay keeping him in the back.
077771075 or 05551101075, and you'll be live on the show tonight. Let's take our first call. Hello, you're live.
Oh, good evening, network.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Okay, I'm Pastor David Kindimakwan from District 4.
Okay.
The first thing, let me commend you both. Thank you so much. I've been trying to get you on the line. You know, your salary, especially our CEO. In the hospital 2017, you know, Akinda was broken, so I went to Capital Hospital. I saw it. Hospital is one thing, and you say, we're looking at the materials inside there. Inside Capital, we see what he made it was the Ethiopian doctor that was the sick doctor or the Libyan doctor. You see? So that hospital is there, but we're looking at now for the material that will be there. And two again, you're saying, taking some man from there to go out, the payment had to be different. Why is it people in time, for example, if I last technician, if I go to the hospital, I'm making 300. So last technician, you go 2 or 3 places. But when you go in the butcher, maybe, for example, you're working 250 or 300, so be difficult. I said, government allowed some things that will help the people. So thank you very much for the program. Let God bless you people.
Thank you. Hello?
Yeah,
yes, sir. Go ahead. You live. Let's say.
Yeah, let me say good evening to you finally. Yes, I'm welcome to the post.
Okay.
The CEO police regularly said that now the CDC or the police have the party that the party was whose party should not represent anything. The panel, even if the panel, then even the boss or only the children went to the gospel, they came to the CDC headquarters. No police who any party, all the representing foreign and holding party are doing it because of for political purposes. And so the issue quickly, and the CEO, you put it regularly. And then I put me this very junction. We the also are supermen. Yeah, if I'm what 200 other people, everybody is saying then one day, no political party, no political leader ever said they can't really. The next question is, one person not come here. And somebody say, yeah, we believe, but we are saying rest or don't know not for behind or for gospel.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. You're live.
Let me say also to the team. I'm Charles M. Delan. I call you from Kingville.
Okay.
I think we got a great person. We had a day. He do extremely well, though he's not controlling corruption. But what needs to be done, those lawmakers that just in the house, not in the interest of the Liberian people, I think they need to cut the salary down and invest in the real hospital in your home. I think it would be very better for our country. So let me say, how sort of person we are. Thank you for the show.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, Rufus King.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. George, we are trying to distribute to all the children in on December. We are looking up to the opposition to see how best we can do that.
Okay. Thank you. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. You're live.
Okay, I'm Maurice Tamba calling from Chinshu Factory.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you.
Let me tell you, thank you very much, my brother, for having me in. Let me tell you why the CEO was saying about opposition, more kind do they want. I let the whole company answer it. Really and really. The opposition are doing this. They don't come physically to do it. And let me tell you one thing. CEO will not tell us that, yeah, we the Liberians to continue telling you every day he must tell something that more believe it. Let me tell you, we the one know that on out here, what going on and what not going on. It's not because of, The president has just written right today on High Court they want. So we should continue. Yeah, we want believe that during the 8 months that coming, so it means that I change it about the first year that we're going on, we must change it in the 8 months.
Thank you.
Not happen.
Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Cosimo. I'm calling from Pencil, EAW Extension. Yes, the CEO asked tonight, he tried to lie, but a lie can't help him. He tried to answer the question by the CEO that the first lady, the host the party from other terrorist group on the party. But the question is, the first lady, did she have a party? She tried to farm me. You see, that's unfortunate. You can let somebody and continue to lie to them sometimes unnecessarily. So that's that. I've yet got disappointed in Captain Life.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. Let's take this person. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Go ahead. You're live.
My name is Molly Saka. I call from Pittsville.
Okay.
CEO, if you like, you can get sick tomorrow and you go to the hospital. They will treat you and you got well the same day. Treatment will start tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening. You live. Let's hear you. Go ahead quickly, sir.
Yeah, my name is Don Deva. I come from Congo Dan Baru.
Okay.
You see the period test for all train group people train also we can say the la. But the period test too much. They almost say the Congo Dan Baru can't just spoon talk and come interview people here. They can't anybody here. So I want you to telling story the VP. Yeah, the people can test too much. You're not good at all.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. CEO, we should still take some more calls. Okay. So we take 2 more calls. Let's take this person. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. You live.
Yeah, my name is Kim from Police Academy.
Go ahead, sir.
My brother, they got me thinking how they got me, yeah. We used to joke with the same, but now you're joking with the government. Yeah, you're not joking with the government, yeah. Not for ANC or Unity Party. We for the government, yeah.
Okay.
Not this with the government.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So we take the last call here. Let's take this person. Okay. Hello, you live. Hello?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Please walk away from the radio.
How you doing?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I am Jordan Smith from Bagos Island.
Okay.
Hello?
Go ahead, Josh. You're live on the radio.
Yeah. Well, actually, I wanted to be on that trip, but I don't have the means right now. That's all. But we need to face our president. Yes.
Okay.
I saw the hospital.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you very much. Let's wrap this thing up. It's time to go. We want to say thanks to all of you that have followed us. Tomorrow we'll be having a wonderful show. We got 2 segments. The president visited Buffalo as he cut the ribbon and get the hospital ready to turn over to the people of Buffalo. Very, very interesting. A good time on that part of the country. Imagine that you don't need to leave that county now to go to Morovia or Nimba or any other place for treatment. A hospital is in that county for you. The hospital will be there for the neighboring counties as well. Imagine that's a good thing. That's a pretty good thing. And the people will be served. We encourage everyone. If you're nurses, doctors, technician, we will encourage you. Be part of the team. Be the first to be in a hospital to serve your people. We encourage the government also to set aside a good package for the people that will be volunteering, that will be giving up the time, because it's not easy. We have to leave Monrovia and go over there, trainings and everything. We just want to say it's a good thing for our country. It's a good thing. Play politics out of it, but that hospital is there to stay. Whether President Weah is in power or out of power, the hospital will be there. The hospital will be there to serve the people of Buffalo.
That's a proud town. That's a proud moment for that county. And whosoever came up with this idea, bravo to them. We hope we can have hospital in every counties. Imagine, to save lives, to help our people. So it's time to remove politics, take politics out of it, because somebody will be saved, somebody will be treated, somebody, somewhere in that county or the surrounding. A pregnant woman, they don't need to put you in wheelbarrow anymore to take you to the hospital. Emergency, you don't need to travel hundreds of miles on the by roads. Imagine, that's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. So we encourage every one of you, applaud the moment, celebrate this time. The hospital is not for President Weah. The hospital is not for Vice President Joe Howard Taylor. The hospital is not a CDC hospital. The hospital for every Liberian. Say what you want to say. Joshua F. the hospital stay there, but I said he is not president anymore. But the hospital is there though. Redemption Hospital, the JFK, EAWL. So these things for the Liberians people. It is for every one of us. So be proud. Let's maintain the hospital. Let's make it work for all. It's not for one political party. Be proud. No one will ever say, don't go there because you're seditious or you're from UP. Or don't go there because you're from ANC. No. The hospital for every Liberian. Be proud. Be happy. Somebody pregnant today, about to give birth. Imagine you be the first to born your baby in a hospital. Imagine you be the first to receive a full treatment from that hospital. Imagine you from Buffalo and you leaving your home, going to that hospital. It's a proud time for our country, guys. It's a good time for our country. More need to be done. Put all jokes aside, say what you want to say, but that's a good thing. And we should applaud this government. That's a good thing. We hope the government also help the roads leading to the hospital. They should work on it. Staff should be paid. Electricity maintenance should be 100%. And we all should celebrate. Generation comes and generation go. After we pass, we leave this earth, that hospital remain. Our children will still enjoy the hospital. It's not President Weah. It's not Madam Joa Howard Taylor. It's not about CDC or ANC or UP. It's about Liberia. It's about Liberia. And that's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. And I'm so happy that we are talking about the hospital. These are the things the government need to do more often. As much as we beat on them, we criticize them when necessary, but these are the things the government need to do. Like I said yesterday, say the president want to beg for money to build a hospital, so be it. It's a good thing. I hope he can beg for money to build a hospital in every county and district. That would be beautiful. That's a good thing. So I want to encourage all Liberians, be proud of your government for this time around. They have done something good. And let's just rally together to see a better Liberia. It's a good show. I want to say thanks to you, Kev, Sintuman and George, Peabody. And thanks to Dolike that showed up today. Tomorrow we'll be having a very, very interesting program. From my end, I'm wishing you guys a happy new year. Good to see you. Thank you. Kev?
I think it was 2 years ago, or maybe even less. The president traveled to the UAE. Members of the opposition black paraded the city, holding football, holding jersey, saying the president went to play football and receive jersey in UAE. We tried to convince the Liberian people that it's not true. The president went out there to hustle, I can say that, for our people, to try for our people. You know, the president, in one of his last country he played in, that was the UAE. So he went to visit his old team. People say, oh, he went to receive. They won Maytime election based on some of those lies. But today, everybody can boast and say it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But 2 years back, they won election based on this same narrative to say the president lied. He went to look for jersey and all that stuff. The opposition black said it. And today, they're saying the same thing. And as we speak, the Moroccan government sent a high-powered delegation. They are in Liberia to the president from that trip. The finance minister, which they actually call the Minister of Economic and Small Business and all that stuff, they're there. When they send a finance minister, all these people, you know exactly what they mean. But today they're saying the same thing. Now the Moroccan people begin to come. The thing that they say is commitment is, oh, there's a commitment. They are coming now. But the reason I'm pointing to this Emirates hospital, which of course the same UAE responsible for the PHP pack that is currently on, will start in maybe in 2 months or 3 months from now, and the Liberian people will see another beautiful pack. The same thing they're saying now. And now we're saying the tangible of this president visit. Are we going to wait again and say it's a good thing? Or we need to start saying it now that the president did not make a jolly trip. And now we're seeing it. We're seeing it. Our people in Bapulu, thanks to Minister McGill, who chose Bapulu, thanks to the Honorable McGill, who chose that Bapulu and say that place should be, the hospital should be built there. So, folks, I know folks out there will tell you otherwise, but this president, if you open your eyes and don't listen to the noise, you will see. Believe your own eyes, Liberians. Believe your own eyes. Believe that the hospital in Bapulu is for real. Tune in tomorrow. Tune into Spoon. Spoon will be carrying it live. Tune into Spoon and see for yourself. Don't listen to the naysayers out there who will tell you, oh man, now the president commitment. The president didn't receive a commitment from the UAE government. And you see, and the president received another commitment on the trip. The Moroccans are in Liberia now. The Moroccans are in Liberia as we speak. Thank God. When will we stop and let our people believe their own eyes? When will we stop giving them wrong information and allow our people to believe in their own eyes? So I will close like this. Vote for this government based on the tangible that you're saying, not people who will tell you I will do it. If any political leader, people who were there 12 years, somebody who are not there in your life, come and tell you they can do better than what you're saying, what you're going to see tomorrow, it will be a big lie. This government is moving. First government in post-war to be on her own. I want Liberian people to know the Unity Party government 12 years were never on her own. Even police, they were secondary to the ECOWAS military. Even guiding security. The Liberia was not even on her own in terms of guiding our country. But this president is the first president post-war to be on our own, this government, in every way. And I challenge anybody to debunk that. Everything, Madam Ellen do this, that country will never on our own. This government is the first government since post-war. No.
Thank you, Cap.
And we can debate it.
Thank you, Cap. Centurion, you want to go?
Tomorrow will be another, as I said earlier, it will be a good day in our country history, our health sector. The president will be dedicating a state-of-the-art hospital in Babolu. And like Kev said, Minister McGill, I hope he's here. He will be in attendance, because he was the architect behind that hospital, especially for the location of it. We look forward to seeing Minister McGill being recognized tomorrow. I'm sure he'll be in attendance. Look forward to that. It was a good choice. It will serve surrounding counties and so forth in the entire country. Liberia, JFK used to be a referral hospital back in the days. People from West Africa used to come to JFK for major surgery. And we pray that Liberia will get back to that point where people come from other countries to come and for treatment. Because for dialysis, Ghana been taking a lot of our people and helping them. Thanks to the president for the dialysis machine at JFK too. His administration, that was good. We'll also look at the incentives for healthcare workers, the doctors, nurses, who will be stationed, who will be asked to go there. We pray that in the new national budget, we'll prioritize the health sector, providing and increasing the doctors' pay, and also have all the things that we need in a modern hospital. We should have ambulance at the hospital ready to go at all times. Improve our 911 stuff. People can go and attend to emergencies and so forth. So that's a good thing. We praise the president for that, on his leadership for that hospital. And we look forward to the hospital serving the needs of all Liberians. And on the issue of the census, we pray and look forward to the census being giving accurate results, because it's very important for our country developmental initiatives to have our census accurate and to be verified by international experts who are working with our government to make sure that they come up with the accurate results. And on the issue about the this issue, I'm sure the First Lady office, I don't know, but I'm sure they may have just overlooked, maybe oversight or so. But I will look forward, as Senator said, to have a New Year's party for them, for the children of Liberia, because that has been in our annual routine for our country, where First Lady have these great parties. And perhaps too, something I forgot. I don't know, but I know we're expecting. We talk about getting a plane for Liberia, and maybe we'll have that plane coming next year. Our country plane we'll have our Air Liberia back coming to business. Look forward to see Air Liberia back on to help our country and so forth. And on the opposition, on the politics, opposition, you guys got to come together some way, not on the same ticket, but you'll unite for a common purpose, a common cause. If you guys want to be the one to be the new leaders in Liberia come 2024, as I always say, we have either a re-elected president. We are all a newly elected president come 287 days from now. And I want to just shout out happy birthdays to my sister, Reverend Mother John J. George. Today's her birthday. Happy birthday. I love you and for the entire family members. Also to my nephew, Jarius Conta Riches, from his daddy, Toga D. Riches in Minnesota. Happy birthday, Jarius, from all of us here. Happy birthday, and I love you all. God bless.
That's it. We want to say happy birthday to all the folks celebrating birthday today, and want to say God bless our country, Liberia. We'll continue to do what we do best in helping our people understand. A lot of stuff is happening in the country, but guys, we can discuss on a few other issues that will set the balance of the discussion. So we want to say, please, thank you as always for the Spoon Talk, joining us. Some of you haven't saying you can get us probably in this era or that era. We had a transmitter issue, and I can announce that our transmitter, the brand new transmitter, is taken to the country. After all is said and done, you'll be able to hear us better. Okay? We will be crystal clear. Okay? They are working on it, and you will hear us better. We're bouncing back. These things happen because of the Lechner strike. So, but all is well. Thank you for believing in Spoon. Thank you for trusting us. And thank you for being part of the network. We appreciate you. Happy New Year to you. And we're wishing you a very, very new year. All this week, we want to celebrate with you. We want to talk to you. We want to get to know you as we enter election year. 20, it's election year, right? It will be election year. You got to give it your best shot. Yeah, you got to give it your best shot, man. Anything you say right now will be held against you in court of election. Anything, good or bad or ugly.
So tough. It'll be a tough year. Yeah.
It'll be a tough year.
Coming, bro.
All right. We're getting a lot of information about VP, a lot of information about who will make it to the second round, who will not make it to the second round. A lot of negotiation, cross-carpeting. People sitting on the floor now, begging. You know, we're seeing different pictures coming up. Dylan was sitting on the floor with JMB. Election year getting to be crazy though. You have that picture, good day.
No, but you see,
Friday quick.
Yeah, I saw it. 2010, by this time, right? Look, it was clear that we at the time CDC were sure that we were in a tough situation because we saw Ellen, what Ellen did her first term, and then did a lot of good stuff her first term. So her second term was almost like re-election was almost like always she had it in the bag because people could see her tangible. They see what she did, right? So what for us at that time we ended up carrying Todman as a leader because we're like between Todman and who she would carry, and the president Rihanna at the time he had to go along with Todman. He felt comfortable with Todman. He went with Todman. But the re-election, I mean, we saw that they were in the early people in high gear, as compared to right now, where I think it's a tough thing because the Liberian things have changed over the years. Liberian people way of thinking, way of doing things changed over the years, especially when the CDC lost most of our county to the opposition. That was a big blow, and that makes a lot of election coming. It will be a difficult election, but we look forward to the debate and the discourse that will come forward. People want to make their case to the Liberian people. If you can't make your case, people will not believe in you. So we look forward to this issue, and we'll try to be very objective and reasonable, so to know who will be the best candidate for the Liberian people tomorrow. But I'm sure it's in a tough re-election battle. I can say for that, in a tough re-election battle.
No, too many, Josh. I would concord, and seriously, CDC this election season is not easy. It will not be easy for them. And I think they know that very well. This election will be a tough one for CDC from in their own zone. It's a rocket start. And let me say this to all my fellow Liberians, wherever you may be. This election is anybody's election. As much as it is George Manawia election to lose, it is anybody election. Because the people of Liberia, like that people will always say, they will have an opportunity to speak. So that zone CDC is in. When you look at all the negotiations and all the different compartments, you come to realize CDC of today is not a CDC 2016 or 2017. There is no. They have to fight harder. You have to make the case, a convincing case to Liberians. Why should George Manawia be re-elected? Also for the opposition, what's your alternative? What are you bringing? What make you different from President Weah? How you will improve my life, the life of my children? These are the conversations that need to be discussed out there, because it is important that people are saying they will speak on election day. They will speak. They don't have to listen to me. They don't have to listen to you. They have to listen to themselves and look at their own condition and then make that choice as to who will be president. So we'll be going home with this picture today. You got a picture ready? Good day. We'll be going home with this picture. Can you put it up?
Vice President Boyka.
The picture is up.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the way it is. Some of those things that election has something, election has something. Election negotiation, rest into money. They don't not go in.
Yeah, it's not about negotiating. So for instance, so no, let me ask you a question before we leave. Do you think what are your thoughts about the MDR change of leadership? You think it was strategic?
Yeah.
Strategic.
Yeah. Couple of stuff came into place. It's a good reason why Prince Johnson decided to bring in Jeremiah Cohn.
Step aside.
He cannot negotiate. He's a central guy.
Good.
He cannot. There'll be no way the party should allow him to negotiate on their behalf. You know what? America is on Prince Johnson back. So that was a good move. Now, what's the other reason? They said maybe Jeremiah Cohn want to run to be a president. You want to run. But folks are not saying that, because the ANC folks are celebrating. If Jeremiah Cohn, who's now the stand-up bearer of that party, can he move the party to Mr. Cummings? If Youngbley said no to Mr. Cummings, can Jeremiah Cohn move the party? That's the question. But Jeremiah Cohn cannot move the party only if he gets the blessing of Prince Johnson. And every day Prince Johnson preaching and say, hell no. Every day.
But PRJ is for me, I look at he has been consistently inconsistent. So I don't really factor him
Prince
into
Johnson said, if you want me to move my party, you'll take me for session. And you know that will not happen. That will not happen. Brother, let me say this. People can say anything they want to say. They can say anything they want to say. A couple of things happen. James Bennett, he will remain with CDC. Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Cohn, they will be with CDC. If you let anybody fool anybody and say Jeremiah Cohn will listen to us, we will do X, Y, and Z, that's a lie. You get they got them money, they will eat it. They got them neighbor screen caught in CDC, under the sycamore tree. They will be with CDC. President White will speak to them. President White will talk to Prince Johnson. He will talk to Jeremiah Cohn. He will talk to Jimmy. He will bring them home. He will talk to Alex Tyler. He will bring them home. Make no mistake. The price will be high, though. Well,
okay, because
the price will be high, but they'll bring them home.
When you're seeking re-election, and now here's the thing, though. You see, when you ran for the first time and you made promises to people and you didn't keep the promises wasn't kept, it's a problem, because people now say, look, if this guy get re-elected, they will care less than one again. Our second term, we're done. So that's why negotiation for the CDC and the president will be a difficult one, because people will say the first time, I saw how we're treated. And now, and maybe you'll hear this soon. I can say that even the MP, James Barney and Tyler, they're not happy still. They have still yet to go all the way on it. So until they are thinking of, well, they still on the job. Yes.
Let me leave you with this. Opposition should find folks, right? And they should leave the CDC folks alone. Opposition
Oh,
should
really?
remain strong. Yeah, let me say this seriously. If
Kind
opposition
of
want to
politics,
win, I understand and I agree with you. Let me tell you something. When you get McGill, you get Jimmy. Jimmy not going anywhere. You get Alex Tyler. Alex Tyler not going anywhere. So long McGill is still a sedition and stay beyond this president. Prince Johnson, Jimmy, Alex Tyler, they're not going anywhere. I can double dare you. They
well,
gotta
we'll see what
increase the
happens in the
price.
coming weeks.
No, they gotta increase the price and the president will negotiate. Opposition should find somewhere else to go catch their own the big fish. These guys there, you get them money, they will eat your money. These guys then they are die committed to George Manawea. They ain't going anywhere. People go and say, oh, they're mad with the president. Oh, they ain't talk to the president. We agree. It's time to negotiate. Oh, Jeremiah Kuhn said the people at Nima will not vote for you. That lelo. They lie. Be not deceived. They will settle all
Well,
the
I mean,
guys there.
I would not argue that because our Liberian politicians are active, especially coming from I was seeing over the years. But at the same time, Liberian politics, I mean, right now coming to the next few months, a lot of people are going to be all kinds of things going to happen, and you got to know and you're going to what you're going to see. People will show their trolls. You see who really in deal with the government, who really in deal with opposition. They'll be exposed. They'll come up. You'll see it. It coming out soon. People who really
But do
been
you
playing
know that
these
some people?
those
Do you know
games.
that some people? Do you know that some people around Cummings working for the government? We can call names.
I mean,
Some
I
people around
cannot
Cummings working for the government.
dispute that.
Some
People
people
are playing
around
games all
Cummings
over the
doing the
place.
government bidding. They're doing the government bidding. Some people around Cummings to talk to him the day in the night they go talk to government. You know all these things. But it's Cummings blind. The same thing with Jose Imam Boyka. The same thing with Ambassador Boyka. But you know what made Ambassador Boyka different though? You hold back. His people that quiet around him know these guys, know them. Cummings people don't know them. I can call names, but I'm not going to do it. I passed that stage. That's what I'll say this to money. That's why Cummings is keep on going down. He tried, he pushed, then you go know he come down. He will try his best. He push, he bring people around him, and he go
Your
down.
show Cummings going down. Your show you going down. Honestly, your show you going down.
You want us to have a whole new conversation? We can have it. You and myself.
No, but
you must have a
here's
whole
the
new
thing though. Here's the
conversation.
thing. We're coming now. Here's the thing now. When it comes to Cummings issue, right? For the fact that almost every day on different platforms, his name is dominating the conversation. Okay, so if this guy was going down and was insignificant, almost every platform that you turn on, you find comments. That means there's something about this guy that people.
George, you're in America. Every network during COVID, every network, the most talked about person was Donald Trump. He didn't win the election. So, George, I will say this to you. Let me say this to you. Hold on, Tumani. I'm not speaking, brother. You have your time. People can talk with you and people can talk about you. The way in which Cummings is discussed is not a way to elevate him. Cummings need to sit in the corner and listen to the voices. The people surrounding Cummings that are around him, they're causing Cummings to calm down. Cummings himself should make his own case. We can name them. Say he brought in Louis Brown, it been Wahala forever. The day he announced Louis Brown should have stayed in the back. Josh Wisner, old school from UP, he bring no credence, nothing. Cummings shouldn't have appointed Josh Wisner. We know the history about Josh Wisner. You making a campaign what? Mobilization chair. What's that? John Wesley cannot bring nothing to you. Cummings forgot the fundamental Cummings that brought in over 100,000 votes during 2017. He shouldn't have gone for those recycling politicians. That was wrong. He should have left that with the seditions. The people Cummings had with him that brought him over 100,000 votes. He bring people that people don't trust no more. Should we name them? These are Cummings' mistakes. Cummings got a good vision. You will say the man would do this, the man would do that. Okay. But folks that carrying those vision plans, they are the wrong messengers. Louis Brown, from day one, he came on the show. They beat him. He stayed trying. Georgia, you know Liberia people, man. They tired with the Louis Brown. They tired with the Josh Wooster. They tired, let me name them. Go up and come down here, my good friend Musa Benete. I was saying his name on the show tonight. The people tired with the Musa Benete spin. You came from third or fourth place, or whatever place you came from. Even 7% you had. You should have worked on that 7% to make the case to the Liberian people. You brought folks that are so condescending, people that will curse everybody every night, even when you try to do good for them. They are condescending. They believe that they are so educated and they cannot sit with Kev on the same show. They will insult him. They will insult the very Liberian people that are asking them to vote for them. Even because we have political differences. Timothy, Mr. Cummings,
okay,
should be taking all of the shackles. No, let me allow me to learn on this thing because it is very, very good. Mr. Cummings, when he came, they saw that Cummings, that new face, that new kid on the block. People admire him. Then what happened? Mr. Cummings began to spin. It's not bad that you reach out to them. Keep them in the back. They can advise you at night. But to make them the face, you went into the CPP gathering. And when you left the CPP, you left with half a Liberty Party, Musa Benete. That was a problem. Majority of the CPP, no matter that they beat on you, they accuse you falsely. Whatsoever they did to you in CPP, you split Liberty Party. It's on Cummings' watch. He didn't advise Musa to say we must have peace in this party. We need Yombli. He didn't do that. He encouraged. He condoned the split within Liberty Party. Remember, this thing is too much to say. Cummings brought it to himself. That's not the alternative the people are looking for. Because each time you make this mistake, the people punish you for it. And to tell you the truth, Georgie, Cummings got a hard way to go. If you continue with those guys, they are not helping him. They are there for his pocket. They want his money. Because they feel that he got money. They will lie and say, we're making the case for you, Mr. Cummings. No, they don't. Those very folks talk to my gay every day. Don't let me say it. Those very folks talk to people in the government and they go and break bread with Cummings. They are hypocrites. That's why I go after them. Because I know when they make those phone calls, I know. When they send those text messages, I know. And they will lie and say, Mr. Cummings, you will be the next president. They are negotiating, stabbing him in the back. And they want us to be frank. I won't be frank with you. I will tell it as it is, Georgie. He's a good man.
Yeah.
He means well for Liberia.
Yeah, but let me say this though. Look, politics is full of deception. I will tell you that. Deception we see on all sides, right? But just how you think they are the people who are trying to undermine or betray him. I'm sure that how can he Cummings too is aware of all of these things. He been in Liberia politics since 2015 now. He understands the dynamics and all the things that are happening in the politics. But at the same time too, I can say on the show today that if what I'm hearing from the ANC's end and the CPP end, the ANC CPP end, what I'm hearing, Cummings will be a formidable force in this election are coming though. And we'll come on the same platform and we're going to discuss it. And I will say, I told you guys on this day. So because, I mean, you're gonna see people in making endorsement, people will be cross competent and so forth, and a lot like the same people that are also taking news from the opposition to the government, the same people taking from the government opposition to taking the same news to putting all these gains, it will be exposed, it will come up. But for us to just dismiss him to say he will fall in the election just like that, no. I think he'll do better. He'll do much better in his coming election, and he'll be a formidable force. Especially when my biggest concern now is to find out who he'll choose as his running mate, which will be a factor into it. But with Louis Brown and other people, look, I mean, honestly, be honest. Since Louis Brown was announced, every time the people from the government talk, they attack him because Louis Brown is an effective communicator. Take it or leave it. He's very effective, and when he goes on talk show, he makes the case. He's very vocal, and he speaks his mind. He makes a case, and now you're gonna see this coming election on the campaign trail. People got to go on the trail and make the case, make that compelling case for the candidate. And Louis Brown, Wisner, these guys know the issues. Wisner and they have the issues on the fingertip. They were engaged intellectual, young people. They engage them and make the case.
Tony, I beg you, Kev. I know you were coming. I beg you, Kev. Give me 10 seconds. Kev, give me 10 seconds. I beg you. So, Tony, let me say this.
Yeah.
You always say you're a student of history. You and Ben always say that, and I respect you for it. Situation in Liberia have taken a different turn, Georgie. Louis Brown is Louis Brown of the old. Those guys that just sit of time. This time around, the Liberian people know better. Without guns, without bullets, the people will make their own decision. The Louis Brown you're talking about, very effective. He did. How many people he took to the retired suffering rally? The Louis Brown you're talking about, honor him being Louis Brown on Team Cummings, 70,000 plus got missing. The Louis Brown you're talking about was on it, and he only know how to project himself, not Cummings. Louis Brown had become an obstacle to the Cummings campaign. Louis Brown, all he does every day is to protect himself and defend himself. Cummings make a colossal mistake by tapping Louis Brown and making the face of CPP. That was wrong. For Mr. Cummings, like you said it right, let's see who a VP going to be. But for Mr. Cummings to be the Mr. Cummings we know, two things standing right now, Yombly or Jeremiah Cohn. Yet instead they cannot deliver him because Jeremiah Cohn will not come side with Mr. Cummings. They can drag Yombly. Yombly can try the female vote, the Bazolians. We understand that. But Georgie, those people, they are not talking to each other. They're all in it for the gravy, and they're all in it for themselves. Personally, I don't know Louis Brown. Never met him in my life. I've spoken to him on the phone so many times, but Louis Brown has become a failure to this Cummings team. George Wisner is a complete mess to this Cummings team, and the rest of them, I can name them. They are not helping Cummings. They are destroying Cummings. They are digging the hole for Cummings. How in the good heaven Martin Kula will get money? He left in a car. He left in your office. The money disappeared. Oh, they're not your money. That what money you leave her alone. But let's bring in Kev Hassan. Let's take us. We'll have this conversation again. Kefiko.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ about Louis Brown and Wisner.
I know you're right. You have your.
I think they are good picks.
Yeah.
They are good surrogates for coming.
I think they are the worst ever in the history of Liberia. Kev.
And I don't know what Mark Tomlin look at, but I'll just remind you, politics, the only way you can win is to have the numbers. It's a numbers game. If you're talking about Cummings will be formidable, then where he getting the numbers from? I think you should look at the numbers and not speak based on hype. The Louis Brown is a thing of the past, not hype. Look at the numbers. Every post that we have in Liberia shows that the man that the name Cummings is 0. So when you're trying to analyze about a Cummings pathway to the presidency, your focus should be on the numbers and area where he getting numbers from. The last time Cummings had 7%, he had numbers in Maserado. But there's several polls upon polls show that no number in Maserado for him. So based on that, a lot of analysts projecting that Mr. Cummings will come less than 7%. Because his stronghold, which is Maserado, he's not getting anything. But the definition of his with tire suffering rally shows that he's not formidable. So based on that, you can put your map down, look at it down, forget about what you're hearing behind the scene. Because what you're hearing behind the scene can give you the hype. You know what Trump was hearing behind the scene, he thought he was going to win. So behind the scene, what you're hearing may not translate into votes. You look at the map yourself. Look at the map of Liberia. Put it down yourself. Forget about Louis Brown. Forget about anything. Do your own self-analysis. Look at it yourself and ask yourself, where will Cummings get the numbers from? So if you look at Maserado, all the polls, you can tell that there's something. If I was in your shoes and saying, I would say Cummings need more work because he's not getting. Folks need to put Cummings down and say, Mr. Cummings, you're not formidable. It's not enough. 9 months towards election, you're still not catching fire. All you need to do is to do X, Y, and Z. Somebody will give me a great analysis on Mr. Cummings. He said, before you try to do a big rally, go and do small things and test the water. But Mr. Cummings refused to test the water. And CEO, let me tell you this. That is the mentality of Mr. Cummings. He don't want to do the small thing to go by. He always want to do the big things. He should have, let's go down to some community park there and do a rally and see if the people will turn out to his message and start going up. No, he wanted SKD. So you see, he always go for the top because what that tells me, that folks around him tell him that he will win. For example, Louis Brown on our show, he said 100,000 will be there. They gave him the big number. 2, they took him down one side. He saw the place packed. He thought that was his rally. They're taking him places. So if folks want to analyze about Mr. Cummings pathway, look where the numbers coming from. As for now, you cannot say formidable because we are not seeing the numbers. And show me the numbers. Don't tell me what you're hearing. Show
but listen, I said he'll be formidable, but right now you talk about numbers are true.
How?
Joseph, I come in now. You talk about numbers are true. Joseph Boakai will be the one. If you do a poll now, he'll be the leading candidate in the race right now.
We're not talking about Joseph Boakai yet. No, we're not talking about Joseph Boakai. No. Let me say it straight to you. Joseph Boakai is formidable. Leave that alone. He's formidable. Let's talk about Cummings that you said that he will be formidable and tell how. Because I can tell you how Joseph Boakai can be formidable. Tell how Cummings can be formidable.
When he select his VP, maybe then we'll see from there. We'll see from there, and then also too.
Guys, let's go. The guys that got to take a trip tomorrow morning. Let's go.
I can tell you here now. Boakai is a force. Don't push him aside. I want to let you know that too.
We want to say thanks a lot, and want to say thank you very much, Kev, Central and George Nelson. Your drive safe, okay? You're gonna be there tomorrow, right? You'll
Yeah,
be covering,
yeah,
right? Your drive
sure.
safe. You'll do a good show tomorrow. And at the end of the day, please ask folks, go in the town, talk to the people there, and let's just hear from them what they're going to say about the hospital. Okay, you guys enjoy your time and you'll be safe. James, good seeing you, James. Thank you for not calling me too many times. You're doing good, James. At least you're not calling me like before. Thank you. All right, you have a good night.
Okay. Yeah.
And your boy Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
Okay, folks, we want to say thanks a lot to you out there for being a part of this edition of the program Spoon Talk. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for making your contributions in the comment section. Thanks for just being glued to your radio or watching by the different platforms through which the program is being streamed. My name is Nelson Colette. I've been here with James Goodyear Flomo, CEO, and the team has been here providing the pieces of information and making sure that the show goes on. They will come your way again. It's going to be tomorrow, same time. Until that time, have for yourselves a good night. Bye-bye.